Oh, yesterday was a good day, wasn't it? And we go again today. Anders, Levy and Manu made it look easy. Oh, it's just my breakfast, mate.
Oh, perfect.
But it was the opposite for Nicholas, PH Zin and Fuma.
PH is out.
Nicholas 99 is the top.
And we lost two huge names in the final minutes.
And it's heartbreak for Manchester City eSports.
And everyone loves an underdog story.
He stays in, it's saved!
But today is a new day. And I don't know about you, but I'm ready to do it all over again. It's the last 16. It's showtime. Run the titles.
And it's Vejrgang! Ice cold! It's perfect football! This is it!
Hello and welcome to the Uber Eats Hall here in Berlin for the knockout stage of the very first FC Pro World Championships. Everyone who's ever turned on a console, picked up a controller and chosen a team dreams of being crowned world champion. And for the 16 players still left in the competition, that dream is getting closer and closer. But standing in their way of lifting the trophy and leaving with $250,000 are the best of the best, the Galacticos of gaming from around the world. And of course, I can't do this all by myself. We're joined by some of the best casters and analysts in the game this evening, and two of them are joining me on the host desk. Ryan, welcome back. Ebru, great to see you. Let's get straight into it, shall we? And let's talk about yesterday. The shocks yesterday, we can't ignore them, Ryan.
Yeah, we saw the likes of Tex, Matthias, Mark 11, PH Zin, Nicholas, to name a few, eliminated. Yeah, a lot of upsets.
We see the live pictures there from yesterday, straight after the game. Look what it means to the likes of Nicholas, Ebru. This competition means so much to these players, and the margins are so fine.
Yeah, I mean, we had some very surprising and upset moments yesterday. I mean, like big names, Nicholas, even Tex, Bonanno. Yeah, I'm very sad for them also, but we now got the round of 16, the best players in here. We have some crazy matches in the first rounds.
We have got some crazy matches to come for all of you watching at home. One man who's still in the competition, I'm sure a lot of people watching will be very glad to hear. Anders Vejrgang, is he the favourite now, Ryan?
He's one of the favourites. In my opinion, he's probably the best player fundamentally in this game, and he's someone to keep an eye on, but he played extremely well yesterday, beating Nacho Bear as well in that first game. It was a tough one for him to start. Sorry, the second game, the first one against Ekman as well, but yeah, he performed extremely well.
What about our Dutch players? We've got some very good Dutch players. Manu, Levy, we've got Emre, Yilmaz part of Team Hullet as well. Like, that is a sensational lineup, isn't it?
Yeah, I think the day yesterday showed how like dominant the players of the Team Hullet are. And yeah, I mean, also a big surprising moment was when Emre beat Jonny with 6-1. Yeah, that was crazy.
We've got so much to come today, and this whole evening is going to be sensational. Everyone is fighting for the chance to play in the pods behind us. And we've also got some more analysts here. We've got Mo Buckley back, so let's head over to them, shall we?
Yes, thank you very much, FG, Ryan and Ebru. Mo, it feels big, doesn't it? Last 16. Without any further ado, let's have a look at these fixtures because they are seriously starting to hot up. You've got to look at that top game, surely.
Yeah, that is one of the best games we have in the world. Vejrgang against Jonny. Unfortunately, it's like in football, Germany against Spain. It's maybe too early, but we will have fun.
Let's have a look in a little bit deeper detail at Jonny's team. This is what he's using. Look, I've got to highlight a few things. Firstly, I'm going to get the squiggle out. What on earth is Rabiot doing? What is a polar bear doing in Texas?
I mean, I saw Jonny the whole year in the German league. He plays different than everyone. He plays like all players have the long ball, golden trade. And that's why he chose a player like Xavi, Bonucci at the back. He's, I think, the only one who plays him. And he likes also big players who win a lot of headers. and we will see it in the game also.
Well, he's going to be taking on Anders Vejrgang, and one of Anders' main players in his team, you've got to say. Yesterday, we were very impressed with Bachoore Saka. He's been doing it in real life, I've got to say. Come on, England. And in the game, this version of Saka is pretty incredible. These are his stats. I mean, is it just the dribbling, the pressing off the ball? For an attacking player to have 85 defending and 90 physical, it really helps him, right?
Yeah, he's a complete player. He's the best winger maybe there's in the game because he have 99 pace, 99 dribbling, and also the 99 crossing with the golden cross play style, finesse shot trade. So you can do everything with him. He have a good weak foot and skill move. So he's a complete player.
Well, I know you wanted to see Saka in action for Anders Vejrgang, and you picked out this clip in particular to highlight Anders' maybe best ability, his pressing.
Yes, he's the best presser in the game. So he put his opponent Ekman in a sandwich, we say, because Mbappe looked to cut the pass line to the goalkeeper, and Saka helps him also with the second man press. So yeah, he's nowhere to go, and then he scored the goal about his pressing. So
and how hard is it to play against Anders when he's pressing you like this?
Yeah, you have maybe to make more switches, ball sides, so he can't do have two players to press you. I think that's the only possibility. But when you come out of pressing, you have many space to score. So that's maybe also his weakness.
Well, if there's one player that potentially could do the job against Anders Vejrgang, it is the reigning defending Champions League winner, Jonny, and he just caught up with Casey.
Yes, so I am backstage with Jonny, who we didn't get to chat yesterday after he qualified. But talk to me about that game against Fuma and how amazing did it feel to qualify for the knockouts?
Yeah, I feel amazing yesterday because I beat Fuma once in the first match and beat Fuma in the decider, so it means a lot for me to be here today, and I hope I can beat Anders today.
You did say you're going up against Anders, which will be a very, very tough matchup. How are you feeling about that one? Because we all know Anders is a great competitor.
Yeah, I think I feel very good because I prepared with my coach yesterday and I'm feeling good and I hope I can beat Anders.
Now, what makes Anders such a difficult opponent to play against?
Yeah, I think his celebrations are crazy, so it's every time different. But yeah, I hope I can show the stream many goals from my side, and hope I can show them celebrations for me.
Absolutely. All right, Jonny. Well, I will let you get back to your preparations. Everyone get ready because this game against Anders is going to be very, very entertaining. But first, let's go hear a little bit more about his opponent, Anders.
My name is Vejrgang and I represent Rebels Gaming. I started to play tournaments since I was 11 and I've played tournaments for a really long time, but I'm really happy that I feel like every year I improve and get better and better. So I won the Euro last weekend. There was only a one-day tournament and I knew I had to play on my highest level the whole day and I managed to do it. I don't have a different mentality in this tournament compared to others. Even though it's bigger, I'm just full focused. I played Ekman in the first round and I knew he was one of the best out of playing. But I still knew that if I play onto my level, I will win the game. And then I played Nacho in my second game, where I started a bit worse than I did in the first game, but I still got the first goal and was in control the whole game. So I don't know where he got his big confidence from, and I'm happy that I showed who was the best. And now it's only 4 games left, and then I have 2 trophies in 1 week. Even though it's a round of 16 game, I have to see it as a final. If I'm gonna start slow against one of these players, I'm also gonna lose. I'm trying to improve every time, and I know that I'm the best here, and if I'm gonna show my highest level, then I'm also gonna lift the trophy. My goal is that in the end, I'm gonna be the greatest of all time, and I know that if I just fight for it, I know that it's gonna happen too.
Wow, Anders is looking good, isn't he? And his opponent is just as good. Let's get the World Championship last 16 kicked off, shall we? Anders versus Jonny is up next.
It's only 4 games left, and then I have 2 trophies in 1 week.
At the moment, I'm the best player in the world.
Today is another big day and I'm ready.
That's the biggest tournament in my career so far.
Well then, yesterday there was 32 players here in Berlin. Now there's only 16 that remain, all in hope for one thing, that trophy in centre stage here in Berlin. Of course, Umit, a former world champion, Gravison, who's been to a World Championship like this before guiding me through our first game here. I mean, gents, yesterday, as FG and the guys were saying, was just full of so many shocks and surprises, Grab.
Yeah, and I think we could expect some surprises today as well. I mean, it's just a game of 9 minutes per half, and anything can happen, really. But for me, I would be surprised to see Anders knocked out in this round of 16. Obviously, it's a tough match against Jonny, current DCL champion, but I do think Anders is the favorite coming up to this match.
You have to say all of it as well. There would have been players that he would have preferred to play against in the round of 16 compared to Jonny, because as we know with Jonny, he's just won the Virtual Bundesliga and he's just won the Champions League. He's full of confidence.
Yeah, of course, he's very confident. As we heard before, he says he's the best player in the world, so he has to show that. Because he's just playing against one of the best players in the world. He's playing against Anders, so there's no better time to show that, to prove that. And I'm really excited for this match because it's really hard to predict.
There's many storylines that could happen today. I mean, one of them I'll just tease to you now. There is a world where we could actually see a Virtual Bundesliga final rematch and an E-Champions League rematch if Levy Finn was to get through, and so was Jonny. They've already played twice this year in big matchups in grand finals. That could happen, but we have to speak about Hezers. He's been superb. He's Serie A champion out in Italy. Didn't look great in the Champions League, but he's looked so much better here in Berlin.
I mean, it's crazy that Mo predicted yesterday a top 4 result for Hezers, which I think could happen, really, with the way he's attacking, with the way he counterattacks. I do think coming up to this match, he's the favorite against Levy Finn, but really, Hezers, top of the top of. Because I can see him shaking his head. I do feel like Hezers is the favorite coming up to the match against Levy, but you feel different.
Yeah, to be honest, I say like Levy is for me the favorite. I think he's so good, and I know how he can play. If you just play his level, I think he's gonna win, and for me, he's the favorite for this one. Also, if he lost one match yesterday, Hezers went through 2-0, but I still think Levy is gonna make it.
Okay, Brandon, I think Hezers is the favorite. He thinks Levy is the favorite. What do you think?
I just get to sit on the fence, don't I? that's what I'm best at. Just calling the action, sit on the fence. Predictions on the other game? Jonny against Anders Vejrgang. I mean, he's your teammate. You sort of have to say maybe Anders or not.
I think we will see many goals. To be honest, I would say like Anders is not good in defending Jonny, but Jonny is also not good in defending Anders. So I would say something like 6-4 for Anders.
I thought you were going to sit on the fence for a minute there. You were giving us you basically said one player's good at attacking, the other's good at attacking. Let's see what happens in the game. Grab, I mean, what do you think about this one? Because they have played earlier on this year. They played in the Virtual Bundesliga Club Championship, where you were involved in that final. I'm sorry to bring it back to you. Unfortunately, it wasn't the year to remember for RB Leipzig Gaming after such dominance in the club championship. It was SC Paderborn that came out on top. This could be an early start for Anders. It's time green. Can he get it round the goalie? No, he can't. But in that matchup, they did play, and Anders beat him 3-1.
Exactly, yeah. It was a really dominant match from Anders. I think it was really deserved, and Anders won it 3-1, like really clear also. It was just a 6 minutes per half, so he did really well. Yeah, but to be honest, in that moment, I think Jonny was not in his prime. I think after winning the E-Champions League, after winning the VBL, I think now he is in his prime.
Could be an early chance again for Anders. He's just knocked on the door of Petr already. I mean, look, we saw his team on social a few days ago, Gravison. You are reading that right. John Stones is a left back, Hostler is a right back. For those that are tuning in and thinking, what on earth is going on with Anders' back line? Give the people the lowdown.
I do thought he was going to change this history. It seems like it's onside, so we'll talk about that in a second.
Jonny, first time in Anders' box, mind the last two. Long Hostler dispossessed. Still Jonny in possession, making it difficult for Anders. 1 or 2 tackles, the ball just sticks to the feet of that greatest of the game. Icon, and it is the star boy by Saka, as Anders has been calling him throughout this tournament.
I do think it makes sense for Anders to use Joselu because of the first touch, playstyle plus, because of the way he's really offensive, but he also covers the possible crosses into Haaland. But I'm surprised he's using Stones. I thought he was gonna go for I don't know, maybe a Havertz, maybe a Mendy. But it feels like Stones is working out well for him because Anders was really, really, really at his best in the group stage. I mean, I don't think he suffered for a single minute.
Yeah, but as we see, Jonny is playing Haaland as a right mid, and he will cross on Haaland. He loved to cross on Haaland. So I think it's really good that Anders is playing Stones, otherwise he would just concede too many crosses on Haaland.
Well, we spoke a lot about Hezers potentially being the favourite in this one. 2.5 minutes into it, it is the Serie A champion that leads by a 0-0. Perfect start.
One thing I really love about the way Hezers attacks is not only the way he passes the ball, but the controls, the first touch controls he does with Mbappe, with all the items. I think it's amazing. And every time I try to attack like that at home, I'm telling you, I'm losing 3-0, 4-0, because it's really hard to attack that way.
I don't mean to bring it up, Grav, but I know you could talk about it. You did play Anders a few months ago in a competitive tournament.
It was tough.
How difficult is it playing against him? Because I don't think people quite know at home the sort of player that he is and what you have to go through in those lengthy 9-minute halves.
For me, when he gets going, when he finds an opening, it's just impossible to stop him. And at least it was impossible for me because I conceded 10 goals. But
you said it, Grav. I didn't want to talk about the score.
It seems like when he finds an opening like this...
Chance, Anders, he times it reds! It's not like him, is it?
Yeah, but he's playing really good. He got now 2 really good chances. One he hits with green, Jonny moved the keeper really good. And now this one, if he hits green, he's scoring. But yeah, he's playing really well.
Someone else who's playing pretty well, he's just got an equaliser. And that is Levy Finn. We'll roll in the replay after this corner. Jonny, so deadly from corners, as we saw in the Champions League, where he picked up that earlier on this year. Schmeichel is moved slightly by Anders, which does do enough to get him back in possession. But let's see if we can see that replay now. This is the goal Levy Finn scored. It was from the spot of a penalty. There is no red card we can see on the screen. But that's been quite a good first 7 minutes in that game.
What a love story between Levy Finn and Andrea Pirlo. It happened in ECL, it's happening now. It's a start, really.
Yeah, he loves to play with Pirlo. Also, our coach, Feminator, he just gave Levy Pirlo jersey as a present because Pirlo's just doing every time really well for him. And in this tournament, he's playing him, of course, again.
Yeah, I've just tuned in. This is the FC Pro World Championship live here in Berlin, a $1 million FC24 competition to conclude a season that has been one like no other. 32 players came yesterday, 16 eliminated. So many big shocks amongst those 16 that were eliminated, including Nicholas Tex, just to name a few. Today we'll be playing all the round of 16 games, and then tomorrow it will be all about the final 8 players. Hostel all the way from fullback, Anders building. That was time green, it was blocked though. Little La Croqueta does enough to give him an angle, but not enough of an angle.
Wow, that was close. I do think if he went maybe for another skill speed, maybe it could have been different. But the way he's pressing now, as Mo analyzed before, it's amazing. Obviously, Sharif is going to win this header, but he's pressing with Mbappe and R9.
So crazy.
Let's pull it onside. He's going to win the battle against Hossu. Lofted in, Haaland is there. Schmeichel is the hero. Pretty even first 30 minutes so far. Quick corner comes in between the help of Renan Nazario and Schmeichel.
It's interesting to see the way in pretty much not all the corners, but the first 2 or 3 corners that Jonny uses goes to the first post like aggressively, but at the moment Anders is moving the keeper aggressively as well.
Yeah.
Is it something you think is because Anders is moving the keeper always in the corners? He doesn't like to not touch the keeper.
Yeah, like it's risky. It's just risky. If Jonny just cross on the second one, it would be a goal. But he's just confident to be in Jonny's head, and yeah, it works really well.
Well, you can see both games side by side here in our round of 16. Remember, we have got 4 rounds of action coming your way. Let's just stay on the Anders game. Step over exit for Nucci. That's such a big interception there. Still 1-1 in the Hezers Levy Finn game.
Nice.
You will be able to catch every single match today.
What a player switch there.
Yes, so good.
Whoa.
Will not miss the kick of the action.
As you can see, his second man pressing with Joselu, the right back. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. And now this could be counter-attack.
Yeah.
Joselu out of position.
Cruyff does so well there. Look at R9. If he can just peel away from Oslo, which he does, is he going to be offside? Schmeichel off the line! Oh! Somehow Anders keeps it out!
Crazy.
Wow. I mean, we talked about this. Anders' press is probably the best in the competition, but he does make mistakes as well.
Yeah.
And if you're quick with the passing, you can counter-attack.
Didn't even flinch there. Here's the replay again. It's a great run from
Oh,
Arnold.
what a
Schmeichel nearly
save.
puts in his own goal, and it's hostile of all players.
Really good movement by Anders.
You think you're through one-on-one of it, and then your next thing you know, Anders has moved the goalkeeper. It's just so hard to break down all the levels. To find a way past him. Chance for him to break.
Nice.
Mbappe will be able to pull away.
Nice.
Oh, it's brilliant feet. Mbappe still times it green on the rebound. Harry's away. It's a coming together in the box, and just about Jonny holds it all together.
I think this first half is all about goalkeeper movement, right?
Yeah. Like we could have seen, I think, like 3 or 4 goals in this game. Again. Wow.
Brilliant goalkeeper movement. And Joselu is being punished by Jonny at the moment.
Straight back down the other end. Chance for Jonny.
What a player switch again.
Timed that one perfectly. Anders Vejrgang, as we said, fresh off his first individual major trophy in the Euros a few days ago in Berlin. I mean, I'm lucky enough to stand next to the person that played him in that final. We'll talk more on that in a second. There has been another goal over here, Levy Finn. Well, Weghorst, did you forget about him? Well, he is still playing in the teams, and he is still causing a nuisance in the final third. Jonny's done so well, though, in these first 45 minutes or so. He's had some chances, which they're not going to come. They come fast, just offside. They're only time to come in of no time at all. And that will do us for the half-time here. I mean, you said it perfectly, Grav, in some ways. It was a half of goalkeeper movement in some ways. No, there was no real better player in it.
I do think Anders is playing a little bit better, but it seems like Jonny is able to counter-attack when Joselu is out of position.
Of course, we have got a pause in play. We'll jump over to this one. Hezers, who was 1-0 up in 3 in-game minutes, finds himself 2-1 down against Levy Finn. Why is Levy Finn sort of gone on leaps and bounds of it? Because last year, remember, he sort of came through the woodworks. He was playing for FC Hansa Rostock, I believe, in the virtual Bundesliga, then put pen to paper for RB Leipzig game in. Since then, he's just come on leaps and bounds as a pro, and look, runner-up in the virtual Bundesliga this year, runner-up in the E-Champions League. It's been a great season for him, regardless of what happens from this moment onwards.
Yeah, I think also last year he was really, really good. He's just a really good FIFA player. But yeah, it was just unlucky how he didn't qualify for the World Cup. So this year he made it, and he deserved it. And now he's in round of 16, and I think he's able to get more.
At the moment, he'll be happy with his first 45.
As he should, yeah. One thing that we noticed from Levy Finn, not only in the virtual Bundesliga but in the ECL as well, is the way he left stick dribbles.
His dribbling is so good.
It's amazing. It has to be one of the best in the competition.
Can he find a third before the break? Living in town. Copa America in-game item coming across.
Oh, big mistake.
To be huge. Andrea Pirlo, the goal scorer of the penalty that he did win in the first 10 minutes. Looking to play his part. Back underway in the Anders game. We'll just stay with this one for a split second. Anders has got a massive chance for them on the left-hand side of your screen. He's up by a goal to nil. 1.5 minutes off the restart. We'll see it again. I'm sure of some reaction. But what a first 2 minutes to the restart that is from Anders. Look.
The press.
Oh, it's the pressure.
It's a big win back. It's on acres of space, and it's just how composed you are in those moments, Gravison, which is the difference.
And one thing that I really like about Anders is when he's attacking in a 2v1 situation, he always keeps running.
Yeah.
He keeps running. If you move the defender, that's when he goes for the pass. But if you don't move the defender, he's gonna keep running and just shoot. And that's something he does pretty much perfectly, because it's just impossible to defend really, Umut.
Yeah, if he would pass the ball, he would lose it. But he just knows what the defender is doing. He's just in Jonny's head right now. So he just knew, okay, he want to cut the pass. He's selecting the player and go to Anders, his player. But he just take the ball, run and shoot.
Last chance of the half here, then we will jump back into Anders' match up against Jonny. Hezers looking to make something of it. He's not going to do that. Let's leave this one. Half-time, Levy Finn. Great turnaround from him. He'll be happy with that one. And he's in good company as well of Antonio Rodea, who sits behind him, a past virtual Bundesliga champion. Back over to this one now. It was a brilliant start.
Nice.
From the kickoff. And you feel like maybe that goal's now gone in for Amazon. It might just shift the confidence.
Let's see if it shifts, because
Getting very aggressive there with Stones.
I don't know how he's able to pull it off every single time. He just presses with the fullbacks and he takes the ball back. And the thing with Anders, he's able to do that because his player switching is so good that even if he surpasses that press, he's going to be able to player switch into the center back and then press again. Just player switching is insane.
Mbappe, step over exit. One more pass will make all the difference.
So good.
Time green.
Just so good.
And Anders Vejrgang will lead by 2-0.
The main thing here, obviously, as you can see, the step over, the timing, the green time shot, everything was beautiful. But it all started from the press with Stones, which was too risky. But for Anders, it makes sense because he gets the ball back.
No different player would do that with Stones. No, like I wouldn't do that, because if you don't get this ball, Jonny would score, I think. But as you mentioned before, Graf, you can see here, in the first attack, he's just running and shooting, and now he's just got the right decision again. He was not running with Mbappe, he was just passing to R9. Jonny thought he's going to run and shoot, but he just passes and he was free.
It's just the timing.
Yeah, the timing and the decision making. It's crazy.
It's impossible to train timing. You just got it or not.
Yeah,
he does have it.
Yeah. He's just talented. It's crazy.
There was a top 8 finish last year in the World Championship for Anders Vejrgang. He did make the quarter-final stages before losing to the hands of the Italian Oberon. Could be looking to match that performance up again. We just kicked off our second half on that right-hand side of your screen. As Hezers ties the game up there too. Instant starts in both the second halves.
That was a beautiful finish. This could be a good counter-attack. This could be dangerous.
Jonny desperate for a way back in this one. Before the tie starts to run away. Ref. He says play on. Potentially that could have been a talking point. This was the goal that we just checked it in saw, Grav.
That's the thing with Cruyff. You don't expect a finesse because he doesn't have the playstyle plus. But again, players are too good on the attack now.
Offside?
I think it's offside, yeah. You don't expect a finesse coming in, but Cruyff with the shooting stats he has now, it doesn't matter because it's gonna go in either way.
Yeah, and I think Levy also moved his keeper wrong, but I'm not sure.
Nice.
Breakaway. It's quite a high line, which he's going to have to do when he's 2-0 down. But he might make the most of this one, Anders. Saka, died away, 2 or 3 tackles, he goes wide.
It's just the right choice again.
Yeah.
We expected maybe a step over, we expected maybe a pass, and then he goes for the control sprint now. I mean, he's just playing perfectly.
Kids.
Everything really. The defense, the player switching.
Well, let's see this again very quickly. This was the penalty shout that Jonny did have.
Yeah, unlucky. Unlucky for Jonny.
And then this was the chance that we just saw with Saka.
Yeah.
Yellow timed.
That was the issue. Like, he's playing perfect, but he could have scored more if he just do the right decisions. If he hits green, if he shoots in the right corner, he also could score 4 or 5 goals.
Well, he might be on to score another one. But it's more pressure from the Danish player. Bit of goalkeeper movement, nearly found the tiniest of gaps there just to squeeze that through of Hosselu.
He's doing everything right.
And he's still pressing with Hosselu with his right back.
He's still looking for that third. The ball just keeps on rebounding back. Haaland's blocked there by Saliba. Saka might interchange of R9, red time shot. And Jonny eventually gets the ball back. What a turnaround, bottom of your screen.
Tackle, wow.
In the other round of 16 game, Konate wins that one back. We'll get the replay of what's just happened here. Is it Cruyff with another one? Wow. He plays the one more pass.
That's beautiful.
All the difference there.
He opened up the angle for a shot with Cruyff. This time he passed it into Mbappe. And Anders is not letting us analyze anything because he's just attacking. attacking and pressing.
Just pressing. He's 2-0 up, but Jonny's not able to play.
He's not.
No.
He's not.
Be lucky if he gets that pause as well anytime soon.
Haaland.
Anders will be holding on to this ball. The only time you will get one is if I score a third, I'll be thinking.
Maybe a cross.
Delays and delays and delays until he can make his mind up. Haaland is in there. Doesn't really want to fall back on the crossing though.
This is good.
Instead goes to Haaland. Times it great. 3-0.
It's so good. He's playing perfect. He's playing perfect.
He's just too good.
And it looks like he's on his way back to another quarter-final on the biggest stage of the season.
It's just simple and perfect FC24. We can see the reaction, we can see what it means to him. He's shushing us. He's shushing us. He's shushing us doubters that thought there was a game possible in which Jonny could win the game.
We have an update in the other
3-0.
game as well. Sorry to intrude in the conversation. And I tell you, I mean, Umit, I've got to come to you first and foremost. What's happened here from Levy Finn? He's 4-2 down.
Yeah, corner goal, hard to defend, play on the corner. I think many Italian players are doing that, and it's really hard to defend. But yeah, Hezers doing that really well.
.28 minutes left, plenty of time. Remember, we're playing 9-minute halves, so you lose, you're out the tournament. It's the end of your FC Pro World Championship run. Get back to the drawing board for next season. Lofted in, Weghorst looks to touch it down. Schmeichel.
Go short again.
A brilliant save just to keep him out. Weghorst not in the box there, came short. You want him as an aerial threat.
This is good.
Cruyff will be on side.
Oh, power shot.
What?
That was smart.
The corner to come back in. It's an interesting variation we're seeing. Finesse!
But I don't know why, if Hezers doing his corner, Weghorst is short.
Yeah.
So he can't cross on Weghorst.
It's hard because he doesn't have any more aerial plus players, so cross is not coming in. One thing that's really interesting about Hezers is the camera. It's a classic camera which is quite low, so the angles should be really hard to understand. But still, he understands them in the right way, because that power shot, I didn't see that power shot. I didn't think the space was there. So mainly for the people at home, do not try this camera because it's just Hezers. He plays.
I also think it's really weird. I wouldn't use that.
I mean, there'll be people at home as well that would love to know from a world champion, what is the best camera settings to use?
I used my whole live tele broadcast, and I also use it when I won the World Championship. But since 1 or 2 months, I switched to co-op 20-0. With co-op, you just see the whole field. You see every long ball, you see every through ball, every player who's running. So I think it's the best camera to use.
Nice press. It's either co-op 20-0, as Umut said, or maybe the TV broadcast, maybe 15-0, 10-10.
Yeah.
But it's between those two. And I don't know how Hezers is able to pull this off with this camera.
I also think it's really weird.
Wow. Well, I'm just looking across. We are at a pause as it currently stands between Anders Vejrgang and Jonny. That one's got about 12 in-game minutes left. Needs to find a way out.
One thing for Levy Finn in these last few minutes, Hezers is going to keep attacking. He's not going to hold possession. So he's going to have a couple of chances. I mean, Hezers is he's not gonna pass the ball back. He's gonna try to keep attacking with even the fullbacks, in this case Hullet and McTominay. So if Levy Finn is able to press the way Anders was pressing, for example, he's gonna be able to attack at least 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, and Hezers also gonna stay really aggressive with his defenders. So maybe he can punish him for that if he just is too aggressive.
Well, one thing that they both do have in common, these two players, they both have played in the Champions League final before. And as it currently stands, they They'll be matching up. They were both playing in Istanbul last year in the Champions League final. They avoided each other on opposite sides of the brackets, did Anders and Hezers. For another 10 in-game minutes, they can both hold on. They both will be going into the quarter-final stage, which we must say on top of that as well. Big goal back for Jonny. Don't count him out just yet.
He's still alive, but it's hard. I think it's the second time he went for the second post in the corner, which was the right choice, because as you can see, Schmeichel was out of position.
Yeah,
but
was
still,
on the first post.
Still, you mentioned it yesterday, Umut, and I totally agree. It's really hard to play with constant pressure against Anders, because it's just the way he understands the passes into the space, the way he dribbles as well. It's really hard to get the ball off him.
Yeah, and I think if you play constant pressure against Anders, he just keeps scoring. He will just score and punish you for that. But you have to do constant pressure, otherwise he will not score.
Yeah. Well, you run out of time. You have 10 minutes, so you have to constant pressure.
You need 2 goals.
Here he comes.
To stretch Jonny all about the pitch. As he has to go for the game now. You see offside trap played there. Does he want to go again and score? Is he happy just to keep possession? Scott McTominay with an unbelievable pass to find it through. Ronaldo down the line. CRC.
Oh, that is crazy, man.
Yeah, Junge! 4-1.
That is crazy.
Anders Vejrgang's on his way to a quarter-final in this year's FC Pro World Championship.
Oh.
But also, there's been more news in the other game. I believe this is live. Don't worry, it's not a replay. It is live. This is live. 6 in-game minutes left. You can just see in the background as well some celebrations coming in from Anders. This was the goal again. Talk me through it, Gravis. And how hard is this to do, let alone?
It's not only the step over and the croqueta shot, it's the whole thing.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, at the moment, you can see Anders pointing at Umut. You can explain that celebration, maybe. For me, the goal of the tournament so far.
Yeah.
Wow. Impressive. It's just the way he holds the ball for, what, 4 or 5 minutes? And why are you laughing, Umut? Tell us about it. The phone call?
Because he's always making jokes. I got my own celebration, just to call and to show. And as we see, he's doing that to me because I also always do that, and he's always making fun about that. He said it's so weird that I do that. Oh. And now he's pointing me with that.
It's just the way he kept the ball. If you remember, the ball went back to McTominay, and you thought maybe he's going to pass it back to the keeper. No, he decided to go inside, then threw a ball into Cristiano Ronaldo, and then everything happened. Yeah. Beautiful.
Just perfect decision making.
Well, this is live now. Last closing stages. It looks as if it's going to be Hezers that books himself into the quarterfinals. Alongside that, guaranteed himself $40,000 just for getting there. If you win again tomorrow, you'll double the cash to $80,000 for a top 4. By the end of play tomorrow here in Berlin, there'll be a new world champion, potentially. And $250,000 guaranteed to them as well. I mean, Grab, we have to give plaudits. He was 2-1 down at half-time. He's pulled himself through. Hezers is going to be on his way to the quarterfinal stages.
Yeah, it seems like even if Levy scores from this attack, which is not, you see Hezers qualifying through the next stage. And I mean, Mo predicted it, top 4. Now it's top 8, so it's still one more game. But it seems like the defense is there and the attack is always going to be there because that's Hezers.
Congratulations to the AC Monterman, the winner of the East Serie A this year. Commiserations to Levy Finn. That is the end of his story for this FC24 season, a season he should still be so proud of. I'm sure you can agree as his teammate.
Yeah, it was just an incredible season. I mean, he's runner-up in the E-Champions League, he's runner-up in the Viva Bundesliga. He played so good, but I'm also really sad for him to get knocked out here because I know how good he is, and I know that he also deserved more. But yeah, in the end, it is how it is, and yeah, you have to live with that.
It is a crazy season for him.
Yeah.
I mean, being a champion, you're...
I think it's difficult, isn't it, Graham? Because he's been to those finals, but just hasn't had that chance to lift the trophy.
But
he's still been in the final.
Still. Yeah. I mean, runner-up in his domestic league, runner-up in the ECL as well. It seems like he's just one step away, but he has time still.
Added time with 3 minutes here. 3 goals in 3 in-game minutes, I think, will just be, unfortunately, mathematically impossible.
Yeah, and I talked with Anders like before the tournament, and I said like he asked me who's the best player. I said like Jonny's one of the best, and he told me, you can be sure if I play against Jonny, I will gonna beat him. I will gonna beat him. 100% he told me, and I said like how you can say 100%. He said like I'm confident. I know I would beat Jonny if I play him in the World Cups.
He came prepared and he conquered. And he told you he was gonna beat Jonny 100%. No doubts in his mind. 4-2.
This guy.
Well, added time with 3 minutes to be played. We'll kick it off again. 2 more players will be eliminated here from Berlin. And it will be 2 players from the virtual Bundesliga that crash out. 1 will survive in the competition still in Anders Vejrgang. 4-time result. Anders wins 4-2 against the Champions League winner Jonny. And he will be in the final 8 here in Berlin. Handshakes between the 2. Commiserations to Jonny. He won't feel it now, but he should be so proud of himself this season. 2 major trophies, 1 in Germany with the virtual Bundesliga, and that all-important Champions League result there. Massive result for him. I mean, look, so much to build off, Grav.
It seems like, I was just looking at this shot of Anders with the public behind him. It seems like Anders, when he's playing with the crowd, he plays better. Yeah. He's motivated. He has to prove to people that he's the best player in the world. And it seems like when it's online, sometimes you're playing, but you're not seeing the crowd. You know people are there watching, but you can't see them physically. And when you're playing here with a crowd, it feels like it pumps him up.
Yeah, I think it's a motivation for him. Also, if his opponent is in front of him. We were in a new tournament and someone was celebrating against him after the 1-0, and he was really angry about that and said, okay, you're gonna see, just did this, and I think he scored 8 goals, in 20 minutes or something. So I think this is a crazy motivation for him.
Well, look, he's through to the next stage. Both the 2 players will be back in action tomorrow, and I believe now they're joined by Casey to tell how they feel about that big day tomorrow.
Yes, I cannot wait to hear all about what they think about that game here. But we'll start off with Hezers, who just have a massive victory over Levy. How are you feeling? You're through to the quarterfinals.
I mean, I'm feeling good because I win. I mean, I play also good, but the most important thing is every time is the win. Doesn't matter how you win, but the win. So now I achieved that, and now I'm thinking about the next opponent.
Yeah, what do you think about this guy right here, Anders?
I mean, I'm lucky that there is some mechanics that are broken, because without that, he will be unbeatable.
Did you have a lot of nerves going into this first game?
I mean, nerves normal, because without that you can't perform to your best. So yeah, I had, but it helps.
All right, Hezers, thank you very, very much. On to Anders over here. I mean, what a massive victory over Jonny. He's a very good competitor. You know that. You've seen him play before. Talk to me about the first half, though. It took you a little bit to heat up. Is that normal?
Yeah, honestly, the last week it has been, but I knew that I had to start really good this game because he's been so good the whole year. And I was really motivated because he's our rival in Germany, and he has been my teammate many times this season, and I'm happy that I got my revenge. And I would say, completely honestly, that was on paper the hardest opponent before the final. So I'm feeling really confident now, and honestly, if I play like this is only my trophy to lose.
Now we have to talk about the celebrations. We absolutely love to see them. Specifically the phone one. Who are you on the phone to? Who are you pointing at?
The last one was to Umut. He never do celebrations, but always on media days he needs to choose one, and he chose this, and he was commentating the game, and I know that he was hoping that me and Levy would win, and sadly my teammate lost, but tomorrow I will do everything to get his revenge against this guy too.
All right. Well, we know this one's going to be a fantastic matchup. Thank you, Hezers. Thank you, Anders. You can relax for the rest of the day. You've done the day's job. I will send it back to FG.
Thank you so much to Casey. Congratulations to Anders and Hezers. That was a sensational performance by Anders Vejrgang, and we had everything. And it's only the first game of the day.
One of probably the most complete performances I've seen this year in FC. It made Jonny look really, really ordinary, which is just incredibly impressive. Obviously, he conceded that late corner, the second goal in consolation as well. But if Anders plays like that, I think he is right. I think it probably is his tournament to lose.
I love the way that he absolutely backs himself as well. Mo, I'll come to you quickly. His opponent, Jonny, by no means is a bad player, and as we see the goals that Anders scored. Which one was your favourite? I have a feeling that we're all going to talk about one goal in particular.
I mean, every goal was clean, but this fourth goal is amazing, man. It's a great goal.
It's like Mo Albert in his prime.
Yeah.
I'm getting flashbacks.
I mean, when Anders play defense, I can tell you before the game that he will win this game. And he played, like, he conceded the first goal with a corner, like in the 80 minutes. So he played perfectly, and I hope he was not shushing me, because I picked him as a tournament winner here, as a championship winner. And I think no one will stop him.
You just never know who Anders is celebrating against, but I'm pretty sure all of us will catch some strays, but we look forward to seeing more of Anders. Let's move on to the other game then. Hezers, by the way, right, in terms of FC, I think if I was to play against a player and my life was dependent on not conceding 20 goals, I would pick anyone but him, because this man is a demon.
No, Hezers is hitting you for 30 in 9-minute halves.
That's by half time, right?
Yeah. Do you know what? Really, really just fun player to watch. And I think when Anders he looks at that bracket, it's not going to be an easy game by any stretch, because Hezers also, I mean, in that interview then, he's sort of jovial. He's not going to care that he's playing against Anders.
I mean, Hezers is the one that remember me, like myself, because he's one of the best attackers, and like his problem is always his defense. And in the World Cup, like when everyone's nervous, he can give you goals. Like he won the Serie A final with 15. He scored 15 goals against a world-class player who is also here in the top 16. So yeah, I think he can beat Anders.
That is my worst nightmare, 15 goals. But anyway, what a first round of fixtures. EA Sports FC tournaments are now live on PS5 and PS4. Compete for FC points and more in Ultimate Team or Kickoff mode. To sign up on PS5, head to the FC24 Game Hub on your PS5 and look for upcoming tournaments. You can also register in-game by scrolling to the bottom of the FC24 main menu and selecting PlayStation Tournament. On PS4, you'll find tournaments in the Events tab on your console. Sign up and show off your skills on PlayStation Tournaments. Right, remember, the longer you watch a broadcast today, the more you are in line to receive rewards in the game, including XP and packs. Each day, there are unique rewards to each broadcast. Watch today and you're up for 400 XP, a Jumbo Premium Gold Pack, and a Rare Players Pack. Watch all 4 broadcasts and you are eligible for an Ultimate Pack. Be sure to link your EA account to your Twitch or YouTube account to get your viewership rewards. We're going to take a quick break. I'm going to link my EA account because I need that XP, and we'll see you soon.
PlayStation.
Hello and welcome back to the FC Pro World Championships here in Berlin. We've seen an amazing first round of fixtures and we've got more to come. Joining me on the front desk is Ebru and Casey. Let's talk about these fixtures then. We've got Virgil versus Abumaka, and then we've got Sharif versus Nathan SR. Let's start with Abumaka and the shock that he caused yesterday, Ebru, knocking out Tex.
Yeah, that was insane. I mean, Abumaka had a very great season this year. He won everything in Saudi Arabia. And then the final game between Abumaka and Tex, he beat Tex in a penalty shot. Very great performance, and I think it's deserved that he's here now.
Yeah, it absolutely is deserved for him to be here, and he's got so many supporters on that side of the world. We see them all across socials supporting him. He's facing a man who had a great day himself yesterday, and is a great player.
That he did. He's going up against Virgil, and he had a really, really good day. He took out Piajin, Jafonso. He went undefeated, so you can't really do any better than that.
And a quick word as well on the second game, which is Sharif versus Nathan SR. A really, really good day for both of them. I mean, we know how much Richard Buckley has been raving about Nathan SR this week, Ebru. How do you see this match going?
Yeah, I think we didn't talk that much about Nathan yesterday. I mean, it's very deserved that he's here. He had a very great performance yesterday. I think he's like a secret favorite in this tournament. What do you think?
Well, I think there's a lot of secret favourites. I'm doing a Casey and sitting on the fence today.
There we go.
And what we're going to do is we're going to head over to our analyst. We've got Gravison with Umut.
Thank you so much, FG. I'm here joined by world champ Umut, and we're gonna see coming up Abumaka against Virgil, a really good match. And the first thing we're gonna see is Abumaka's draft, because he has some interesting things coming up. So if we just touch the screen, as we can see, it's Virgil against Abumaka in this round of 16, and Sharif against Nathan as well. And the first game we're gonna analyze is Abumaka's, because there's something interesting about Abumaka's draft.
Yeah, I think his team is really basic, but just two players to mention, I think Khalid and Davis, they're both wingbacks, don't have aerial plus. Khalid have it in white, so he can win headers, but it's also if there's Haaland or Weghorst, he will lose that, and Davis will also lose the headers for sure. So I think yeah, Virgil have to cross and to score goals with Weghorst or Haaland.
So obviously Davis and Hullit, no tall and no aerial plus. So obviously, what's the game plan for Virgil? Because if we see now Virgil's draft, obviously the main plan for him is crossing, right?
Yeah, it's crossing, and as we can see here in this situation, he's counter-attacking against Piajin, and he just do a player lock fake to CR7, and as we know, CR7 also got the aerial plus playstyle. He just did the player lock, and now he faked it. So Piajin thought the pass will come to CR7. He's taking his center back, wants to get 4 in front of CR7 to cut this pass line, but he's just faking it, run, and there's the space for Virgil. He's just crossing, aerial plus, CR7, easy goal.
Easy goal, especially because CR7 is not gonna miss that header. Yeah. So Virgil against Abumaka coming up. Is Virgil gonna be able to qualify for his first FC Pro World Championships quarterfinal? Let's see it coming up, Abumaka against Virgil.
It's a dream to compete today in the last 16.
أنا في دور 16 وتقدمت خطوة لتحقيق كأس العالم. I'm ready, and if I do well, no one will beat me.
Eu vou pra cima e vamos acreditar.
Well, here we go. Big round. Is it going to be a straight, smooth sailing as it was for Anders Vejrgang? That is the question as we head in to this next round of 16 matches. Richard Buckley, Mo Alba, and Ryan Pessoa to guide you through what plans to be, in my opinion, two of the best games we're going to see today. I'm going to go out on a limb and say it. I can't wait to watch Nathan SR back in action. I picked him at the start of the tournament.
Yep,
32 names, I thought he was going to win. What can we expect to see from Nathan SR in this upcoming matchup, right? We watched him qualify in Sao Paulo, Brazil. Wasn't the best of day yesterday. He actually beat Banano twice to qualify in the winners and the losers.
Yeah, scored a lot of goals, conceded a fair few as well. He's got a tough game against Sharif, obviously, Morocco representation as well. Came through the play-ins to make it to his first World Cup.
Wow, what a start. And he scored a goal like this in the, it was a deciding goal in the last minute on the extra time. And now, again, with Haaland. Yeah.
It's not even green.
It's not, just a Trivela outside the boot from Nathan SR, 1-0 up against Sharif. It was the PSI player of the day yesterday was ex-Sharif. It's an incredible story. Coming from Morocco, you come into the play-ins. Look, there's a huge fan base behind you with Casablanca. I know they've been posting a lot on social media as well and really getting behind him. This just is the perfect player and the perfect opportunity when people at home say, I want to be a pro, I want to compete. It's possible, Ryan.
Yeah, definitely is. You have to obviously have the skill set to go along with it like Sharif does and has showcased over the last couple of days. In behind it, I think that's onside.
Great challenge.
Yeah, to be honest, this is a new day, so maybe he had a good day yesterday and also 2 days ago in the play-ins, but sometimes you have a day where you're like, when your start is not that good, maybe you fall down a little bit. And we see R9 with the second goal.
Nathan. He's, as you say, flying in this game. He's come out, he's 2-0 up inside the opening 7 minutes. That other match that we did allude you to, Virgil taking on Abu Maka. He's just about to kick off. He would have liked it yesterday playing against his fellow South American, a fellow sort of friend of his as well in Banano. It went late, Ryan. I mean, we were watching it all the way here. Do you feel as though yesterday it was just getting through and today he can actually start to shine and show why he is the CONMEBOL Libertadores champion?
Could have and should have been 3 there, but yeah, I agree with you. I feel like that would have given him a huge boost of confidence as well. He already knows how good he is, but taking down one of the tournament favourites on his route to the knockouts will obviously help him drastically in this stage.
Like Richard told us, the social media go crazy in Morocco.
Yep.
And I think when you go home yesterday as a Sharif, you saw that, and then maybe you get like a little bit nervous when you see how big is it. Because I remember my first time when I saw the whole world watches this World Championship. It's different to any other tournament.
Do you ever start thinking about it?
Yeah, of course. I was a relaxed guy, but it do something with you when you see like the whole world commentate and like, to be honest,
Ronaldinho on the finesse, good save from Schmeichel.
To be honest, Sharif was not that big before this tournament, and now his star is different like other pros.
His star is well and truly shining. However, Nathan SR.
Wow.
Is shining brighter right now.
Whew. That build-up there was... I need to see it again on the replay, obviously, when it kicks in. That's liquid FC24 there. You'll see it just ping passing around the area, step overs, fake the little extra pass there with Haaland, keeper movement.
The big thing there, how often you've got Haaland, you're always expecting to turn onto the left.
Exactly.
He moved back onto the right foot and unleashed that strike at the near post. The confidence in which this Brazilian is playing at right now.
Levy did say yesterday that the Brazilian play differently than other players. There is not like, I feel like European guys play like similar.
You see Virgil and Abu Maka going head to head. Wow, Weghorst laying it back to Alphonso Davies, who fires into the back of the net. That's Abu Maka going 1-0 up. Obviously, yesterday we saw him in action beating Tex in a penalty shootout to solidify his place into the last 16. Sharif with his first sniff coming forward, however, but he's back in the way to help defend.
He has a lot of time remaining, so the game is not over yet. You can score 3 goals in like 10 minutes, and we see here the first one.
The first. It's a lovely goal, Ryan.
Yeah, you needed that. As Moaba said, there's still a long time left in this game. To get back into it as quick as he did will give him a lot of confidence. We see the replay here. Ronaldinho driven pass into Haaland.
Well, it also, not only scoring the goal, but I don't want to say it was a pretty simple goal, but it's just one pass straight through the middle of the pitch. It was more about him taking his time and having a bit of patience.
Yeah, a lot of people rush that. Those at home would just shoot without paying attention to the goalkeeper movement, sort of rush it and be a bit hasty. But he took that extra split second just to make the right choice there to score.
And that's important too. Like for him, the defense from Nathan is not perfect, you see. There was a lot of space there. So yeah, I think it's quite open, the game. Both defenses are not set yet. I think we see today more Haaland than yesterday.
Yeah.
Yesterday we saw more Vejrgang. 22 minutes, 4 goals. That game is nice.
It was a quick flash start from Nathan Hezers. Or whether Sharif is just starting to pick his way back into this game.
Yeah, sometimes you need that one goal to be like, maybe back in your confidence zone and trust your gameplay. And now we see him. He wins balls like early, have more position.
Head on over. This was Bachoore against Virgil. Nice little step overs into Weghorst, who fires. Bachoore to a 2-goal lead, and a very swift pause was cued just after that.
Yeah, this game yesterday with Bachoore and Tex was insane. Last minute equalizer for Bachoore, and then he won the penalty shootout. And sometimes you need this kind of win to go like to the finals to win the World Championship, like England in these Euros. Sometimes you need one lucky win.
Sharif on the attack. Good technical sprint there in the box. Gets the goal back. Green time near post. Gestures to the crowd.
Wow. 5 goals.
He's feeling it now. He's getting a bit of confidence. Technical dribbling, controlled sprint.
There's nice dribbling.
Yeah.
Like between 2 players, and then also the right decision in front of the goal. And that makes him special. He is good. When he's in the box, he will score.
And that is why a few early goals, just got to keep calm. You just got to keep composed, because you can find yourself right back into a game when we play 9 minutes per half. And he could even find himself going in, leading as Erling Haaland comes through on goal to make it 3!
Wow.
The fairy tale is becoming a reality here in Berlin. From the play-ins into the round of 16, and he's entertaining every step of the way. And he's getting the crowd up as well. The fairy tale.
Man, what is this kind of game? 6 goals, and it's not the first half. It's for the players themselves, it's not easy now how to react, because you know you get a comeback, but it's like 0-0, and it's different kind of emotions.
Yeah. Still so long left in this game. Already seen 6 goals spread evenly between 2 of these players. Easy run with Hullet straight down.
This is going to be
free kick.
Might end up being double figures, this.
Yeah, for me, it's like also the kind. Wow,
we saw him score yesterday.
kick.
Yeah, he took it straight into the top
yesterday.
corner. There you go.
He does it again.
Nathan Hezers, stay silent. Don't give this man a free kick on the edge of the box. I don't know if you can see the other side POV for where he aims it.
The keeper's moved over slightly as well, and he still puts it top in.
It's the only chances.
That's why you love that second play style, though. I know, Richard. I know you love that when you spoke about it yesterday.
I mean, his Hullet was not set in the line, so
yeah,
that's the only possible to defend this free kick. For me, this is one of the first goal you can't do nothing. The defense is not safe for both. It's easy goals, easy passes, and it's a different game. Like Anders against Jonny, it was like more defensive.
This is going to be the game of the tournament. I'm going to call it right now. It's 4-3. We've had 35. Yes, you would be right. 35 minutes played so far. We're not even at half time yet. I'm going to ask the chat after this chance comes in as well. Ronaldinho on the finesse, forcing the save from Schmeichel. Who do you want to win this game? It is 4-3. Sharif or Nathan? I can see you at home in the chat right now. Who do you want to be successful? Who do you want to see win this game as Abu Maka has gone 3-0 up against Virgil?
It's flying. To be honest, his game yesterday against Tex, I wasn't overly impressed with him. I've seen Abu Maka play at the top of his game before. As Mo said, I think it shows how good you can be, not playing your best and you're still able to overcome.
There is so much support for Sharif in this chat. Ben Martin saying Nathan is on flames. But Sharif is certainly a fan favourite right now.
Good ball.
He's not only got a country, he's got a continent behind him, however. Nathan SR with Brazil well and truly urging him to bring home an FC Pro World Championship.
They are good corners, man, free kicks. He is prepared for this cup.
There you go.
Oh my God.
This game's had everything so far.
You know, I can imagine the game was calmed down a little bit in the second half because they know each other now in the first half. They know how to attack. But it looked like Nathan, like he's pressuring him.
Just to give you a little bit of context on this game, Nathan went 3-0 up inside, what, 20 minutes? Sharif then scores 3 goals in the next 15. Nathan puts a free kick in the top corner. As you can see, Abu Maka was a penalty away from losing yesterday. He has come back with vengeance on his mind, leading 4-0.
Hold on. Oh my goodness, what a block that was. Could have been 4-4. Still time though. A corner just before we get into half time.
You can't stop him.
What a time to score.
I don't know if you can get a camera on the front row.
This guy giving it
They're
bees.
absolutely loving Sharif right now. 4-4 as we go in to the half-time period. That was what Sharif you could hear celebrated. What a 45 minutes and breathe. 8 goals separated, 4 apiece. Ryan Pessoa, the best 45 you've seen here so far in Berlin?
Absolutely, absolutely. As Mo said as well, just the way they're scoring goals at ease. There's the build-up play. I wouldn't even say there's elements of bad defending. I think it's just more so great attack. In some moments they pull out defenders, and this game, of course, live as it is, Abu Maka falling up against Virgil.
Yeah, Abu Maka is a great player. Man, like Richard say, he didn't play that good yesterday. Especially his defense was not there. But like, he made it to the top 16 in the world. And now when he starts to play good...
You can see the levels can go up as well.
Yeah, I expect him also to be in the semi-final, to be honest. When I look at this kind of play, Virgil is a world-class player also. He's second in the Serie A.
Abu Maka has been ruthless in this first 45 minutes.
Put bodies behind in his own area.
And every year there's a man from Saudi Arabia who comes like to the semi-finals, finals. Like it was always MS Tosari, it's Abu Maka. It's like the Brazil guys, Italian guys.
There's always
one guy who comes to the semi-finals.
I think it was you, Ryan, who said the scariest thing whenever you go into a tournament is an unknown Brazilian.
Yeah, years ago, 2019, just never heard of him completely, and then they just turn up, score a lot of goals, have fun as well, and do it in style.
I mean, what a first half of FC. Nathan, 3-0 up. Sharif comes back. Free kick, top beans. Had to be a corner in there as well. 4-4. Who would you rather be at this point, or are they both pretty similar, pretty even?
I say Sharif, because you're 3-0 up in a game. Obviously, it's never a good feeling to give up a 3-0 lead, irrespective of what minute the game is. But I think Truth will be on top of the world in a way. He's sort of feeding into the crowd that are supporting him as well.
Would you rather be the player chasing always, Mo, or the one holding the lead?
Yeah, it's hard, man. It's really hard because you're a lot of emotions when you like make a comeback, but you're not leading.
Oh, that's unbelievable! But the goalkeeper movement is equal to it.
Yeah, he won that kind of mind games. I mean,
he's gonna win that.
Corner whipped in, good defensive header.
Now he needs to lead one time, and then I think the game is over for him.
Okay.
But
if Sharif goes 5-4 up.
Yeah, I think it will be too hard for Nathan mentally to come back.
I like these predictions. What a half from FPL champ. Let's go, Sharif. Chance. Good block. Haaland will pick up the pieces and look to turn on a sixpence. Linked with the finesse. Great save from Alisson again.
Power play.
Percival saying Nathan. Love from Nathan.
From Austria.
Yeah. Chance on the edge. Neymar with a horrific touch.
Be honest, Rich. Did you know what flag that was?
Yeah.
He was suffering. I saw him looking over his shoulder.
I knew exactly what flag it was. Austria.
I hope it's right. Yeah, but I think.
As you can see, Abu Bakr and Virgil just got underway for the second half. Virgil with simply everything to do. It has to be a picture-perfect 45 minutes if he wants to try and get back into that game. As those goals come in the other round of 16 match, we'll keep you updated with it. However, the story that is unfolding is between ex-Sharif coming from the play-ins against the CONMEBOL Libertadores champion in Nathan SR. If you didn't know before the tournament, get to know.
Man, this Sharif, you know, he pressed for 10 minutes now. He's not come out of field. And there's like 7 shots in the second half for him.
First 10 minutes first 10 minutes, second half. Seen nothing from Nathan.
This could be just one chance that he needs to get out and relieve some of that pressure. It's been a foot on the throat approach in the second half from Sharif. But Nathan trying to break away from that strangle as Ronaldinho puts it wide.
Man, Nate's shoot from everywhere. But it's good. Every player have like 99 power shot. But you have to hit the green time finish, then you have a chance.
Well, you were saying even in the last game that we were watching more behind the scenes, I think someone yellow timed the shot, and I said he's unfortunate there, and you said no, he's not. You have to green it. It's just not good enough.
I mean, it's good. When you hit the yellow, it's not deserved to be goal in.
Sharif building forward again.
That's a nice attack, you know. There, it's really clean, build up, no chance to press.
Using the play locks to his advantage. That pass is out, and Ronaldo Nazario is in on goal. Trevella! Wide of the post. R9.
Like I was thinking, what is the goalkeeper doing?
It's on the edge of the box. What would you have done there, Mo, if you're in that situation?
I would shot the same thing, man. I would be angry with the ball not going in.
And these are the small margins because Neymar hits the finesse. He parried out only as far as Erling Haaland. Sharif doing well to keep possession and keep this ball ticking over. It's John Stones! The Barnsley Beckenbauer strikes in Berlin.
Wow.
See it again, step overs. Green times it. I'll be honest, Rich, you know I criticize the keeper. I've got questions.
Yeah, but this goalkeeper is... Nathan was angry. He was disappointed with the goalkeeper. It will be not easy to come back now. He was leading the whole game, come back to a draw.
What a game. The most unlikely scorer. But maybe that's just the way that this game's got to be separated. Ryan, it has been end-to-end FC all game long. Let's have a look at what else is happening. Abu Bakr still leading by 4 goals to 0. A very professional performance, you would say, in the round of 16 here, Ryan.
Yeah, absolutely. We obviously haven't been able to see it, a lot of it live. Ball over the top for Virgil to get back into the game. Green net post, good save. But you mentioned professional performance from Abu Makamo. And
yeah, it's the worst case when you're down 0-4 in the 65 minutes because your defense is not that good. Your attack, you don't know how to score.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a perfect match for Abu Makar.
And he could be in again here. It's John Stones again. Player lock into Haaland, the City connection, but Kanate with a good step. And Nathan, I mean, you said it, Mo, if he goes a goal down, he's not going to get back into the game, and it's certainly looking that way.
Yeah, I would lose a game like this, man. It's...
I like the honesty, because Ryan says he wins every game.
No, not like this.
There's so much space there in behind. Don't know if we're going to see a couple of step-overs and try and take that space. Floated down the line to Joselu. Mbappe into Hullet, and now he's trying to link up on the edge of the box. Griezmann turned his man, but it's red time.
Wow. Sharif has no time to lose. He's like kicking your ball. It's a nice matchup to watch. It
feels so frantic on that pitch right now.
It's in again.
R9.
Heavy touch just off as well.
Virgil with a goal back against Abu Makar as we go into a pause.
He's the loudest guy in this arena.
It was Weghorst at the back post ahead here. Ryan, we often talk about composure. Would you say there's a lack of composure now between Nathan and Sharif? It just seems so hectic on the pitch. And that's not in a bad way.
Yeah. Of course, the nerves play into it. It's a massive stage, a huge moment in this game. But as Mo said, you're in a position where you're 3-0 up. You give it away and now you're losing. It's very difficult to have the mental capacity to bounce back.
Do you think that Sharif also thinks, I'm 5-4 down. If I get another 5-4 up, sorry. If I get another goal, this game is 1000% finished and can probably smell blood in the water at this point.
Yeah, of course. The best thing for him is like he didn't concede much goal when he like had to open his defense to give him space, and now he can defend a lot and play counter-attack and play more possession.
Well, let's head on back. Sharif against Nathan SR. Sharif leading 5-4. This is your round of 16 matchup at the FC Pro World Championships live from the heart of Berlin. You win this game, you're into the quarterfinals. You lose, your season comes to a close. Nathan just taking the sting out of the game ever so slightly, a little bit of possession.
Oh, he's in.
He could be in here with Wout Weghorst. Does he strike across goal? The goalkeeper movement looked good for a second. There's got to be goal line technology in there.
God, he's touching the net. To be honest, I need to see that again.
It's in the back of the net when it goes in.
Yeah, he's moved him a little bit too far back. People are saying, when you move the goalkeeper,
here you go.
You shuffle backwards a little bit. We see it again. Bachoore takes the time, looks at the goalkeeper movement. Yeah, keeper's in the net.
Yeah,
he's miles behind.
Yeah, it's too much. It's too much. Yeah, he moved in too much behind.
Good patience from Nathan as well. Could have panicked.
Never saw a goal like this, man. 5-5. This is the best game this tournament.
I did say.
You did call it, Rich.
I'll give
it to you, did.
Could extra time, could penalties be needed? It was an extra time late winner yesterday for Nathan, and it was penalties for Sharif, actually, that qualified him through. Beating K1 John from the spot. Nathan coming forward with 10 minutes left to play. Joselu gets his way around Kai Havertz. Electing to go back inside and link up the play. That's a lovely pass to Toni Kroos. Power shot. Little fake on the edge of the box.
Yeah, that was a nice idea.
Be interesting to see the outcome as well, because obviously Nathan, when we've seen him win so far in the World Championships, it's been by a 1-goal margin. Obviously it was against Matthias, and when he did lose, it was by a substantial amount against Levy. So these
Just
close
offside?
games, yeah, definitely offside. These close games, he tends to come out on top.
He's a master of the margins.
No,
it's tight games.
In that time, you will get nervous as a player.
Think?
Yeah, you were shaking.
Sharif coming forward. Player lock into R9. But he's positioned Van Dijk well there. Sharif still very aggressive with this press. He's been rewarded with it. Ronaldinho firing the ball into R9. John Stones, scorer. Could he turn into a playmaker? There he is out wide. Is there a cross to be whipped in? Recycling to the edge. Toni Kroos, player lock into Ronaldinho. He's got away with it. Waiting.
You don't want to lose the ball at that time.
Waiting for a mistake from Nathan.
There's no one to cross to back post on that side.
He used to get ball to, if he's going to cross, it's got to come from the other side.
Yeah, great play though to keep possession.
Ronaldinho, player lock into Kroos. He's getting a little bit messy on the edge of the box.
Yeah.
Sharif holding this ball like his life depends on it. However, he has given away possession, and it's given Nathan a chance to come forward.
Play for last, surely. I think we've seen Nathan do that yesterday. Just play for the last attack.
It's a long time though. We've seen 10 goals. There could be a plus 3.
No.
It's offside.
It's a good offside trap.
Yeah, got baited in to play the third ball.
I think Sharif has the wrong player, like the wrong offensive fullback, because like in the right side is Stones and left back is Havertz, and like I don't understand why Stones is the offensive fullback when Haaland also is inside. I think he didn't make a mistake in the tactics.
Well, we are jumping on board here. Virgil 1, Abu Maka 4. Another round of 16 matchup. Once again, the permutations. You win, you go through. You lose, you go home. Let's head back to our featured game. Ex-Sharif 5-5 versus Nason SR. 2 additional minutes. If there's a winning goal in regulation time, the roof will come off this place. Toni Kroos, his player locked into Neymar. He's been awarded with the ball back through that high pressure. This will be it. This will be our last chance. Havertz dribbles it out of play for a goal kick. That's got to be it.
I think he don't like to cross. Like he...
Yeah, Havertz versus Haaland, back post. Maybe you'd favour Haaland there to win it.
I think in this whole game there was not one cross from both players. So they like to play beautiful football, bring the ball in the box and make the safe goal. But sometimes you have to cross, and when you have Haaland there.
Well, let's see the closing moments between Abu Maka and Virgil. The writing's been on the wall for a little while. As Abu Maka is turning on the style here. 5-1.
Dominant performance from the Saudi Arabian player from Falcons.
Is he one to watch on this side of the bracket? I mean, what you said, you're actually thinking maybe an Anders Abu Maka semi-final.
Yeah, that is a matchup I expect because like they are two good, like complete players. I mean, for example, like Sharif or Nathan, they're like in the defense they struggle in this tournament, and we see Abu Maka is playing both sides, but all world-class players. Man.
Dissect Abu Maka's performance very shortly because we've got more pressing matters at hand. Nathan SR and Sharif in extra time. Johan Cruyff coming forward. Takes the step over, is under finesse. It was real risky goalkeeper movement, Ryan. But he's been rewarded with it.
Yeah, I initially thought there was a mistake. Thought it was going to be punished right.
John Stones. Look at that stamina bar. Got to get him off.
Yeah. You have to sub him off. And
he just heard me.
Maybe the coach hear us. Joselu now for the right back position.
Was a goal back here for Virgil. R9 with the celebration. However, there's just not enough time on the clock.
Yeah. Congrats to Abu Maka.
Yeah, commiserations to Virgil
I think
well.
Abu Maka last year he was also in the quarterfinals. Then he lost on penalties. Or maybe semi-finals.
It's a byline. But that will do it for Virgil. He qualified through the Serie A. However, his FC Pro World Championships journey comes to a close. Abu Maka will be in your Saturday top 8. And we need to find who he will play. Who awaits Abu Maka? Job done for now. Let's head back to Nathan Hezers and Sharif. We know who you're going to play. It's going to be Abu Makar in the quarters. Who's going to be there?
Now also he changed the position of Haaland, Sharif. He playing now on the left, striker is better.
For the cross to the back post?
Yeah. Joselu is the offensive fullback, so maybe we will see a cross now in the second half. But now he has to defend. Maybe the last attack in this half.
It is Nathan Hezers with it. Joselu up from right back. Lovely pass in and around the box.
Oh, it's a beautiful cancel.
This will be unbelievable. Great block from the Vejrgang strike.
Ooh, risky pass.
Great tackle.
Unforced errors now for Sharif.
Does well there, though.
One additional minute. Could have been running behind.
Oh.
Nathan pulled his centre-back out.
Aggressive.
Wrong pass option.
Wow.
Hold on, he's in.
Yes.
Oh, that was close.
Got my flag up.
But Ryan have good eyes.
He's got his coaching badges. And that will do is I want to dissect very quickly that chance for Sharif. He played the over-the-top through ball. Was that the pass? Is it a mistake? Is it you talk about unforced errors? They're starting to creep in now because the pressure's
pressure's
building.
amplifying, of course. Extra time, we know. We saw yesterday Nathan was able to cope with it. Sharif is obviously went into extra time yesterday. He ended up winning on penalties to get his spot here today. But as you say, unforced errors, Mo, it's...
Yeah, you see it in the result. It's like 5-5 now. It's a 5-5 game. It's wild. Like a lot of mistakes, a lot of risk. Yeah.
Well, here we go. We're back underway. No rest of the wicked. Penalties is looming. Unless one player can take this game by the scruff of the neck and make it theirs. There's a top 8 at the FC Pro World Championships waiting for you.
He's getting caught out by the defence there, Mo. He doesn't... I think Nathan doesn't anticipate Sharif being that aggressive, dragging centre-back to that position.
There's a lot of space. I would love to have this space.
Nathan just ticking this ball over. Joselu bringing Haaland into play. I think he might be offside again. Johan Cruyff with the strike. He was actually on.
Wow, what a chance. I mean, it's a good decision to Trivela also.
Yeah.
He didn't move his goalkeeper, a bit unlucky for him. But Sharif have to fix his defense in this overtime. Every attack is open.
And he's on right.
But when you are so aggressive, you will get chances in behind. Joselu with an unbelievable touch. Shoots across goal! And Sharif with 10 to play. Finds himself a goal up.
Wow, just at that end-to-end action. How much it means to the people supporting Sharif as well, Mo. That is a massive, massive goal. We thought as if Nathan was going to be the one to break the deadlock. Ball over the top, Joselu brings it down perfectly.
First shot plus.
Yeah, that's a great long ball, and Joselu is fresh. He bring him in, and yeah, when you have a supporter like him, you can't lose. But it's not over yet.
Shaking.
To be honest, in the next 5 minutes, you can see like 3 goals, so I'm excited to see the last minutes of this game.
He is shaking, Rich.
We're back underway.
Understandably so, though.
Yeah.
Important game.
7 minutes to play. Nathan's had chances, but Sharif's taken his.
It's a good tackle.
Player locks
Loves
out.
the player lock, doesn't he? Everything. Oh,
It's going to fall for Nathan at the near post. Schmeichel, he's forced out by Joselu. It's a corner.
Joselu will be the match winner here.
Goalkeeper moved towards the front of his penalty area.
He's going to get it on Bachoore.
Let's see what happens here. Weghorst at the near post. It's a freebie. It's a great save from Schmeichel. And he loads up again. It's whipped in. That one's cleared out, and they could.
Wow, important now to hold like the ball for like 3-4 minutes. And maybe Nathan will get one last attack.
Will there be late drama in what's been
Space.
a true classic here in the FC Pro 24 season? There will be late drama.
Oh, he's rushed it.
Wow. That's a good ball.
One minute remaining, plus a little bit of injury time.
No, maybe it's a chance to get the ball, but
As well.
This could be it. Sharif hustling with an unbelievable interception, and he's set Nathan on his way. Griezmann in on goal. Wow! It's a penalty if it goes. Reef!
What?
What? Yeah! That's it! Full time!
What? What? What up? What up? What up? What up? What up?
I cannot believe what I have just seen. But the headline is ex-Sharif, Morocco of an FC Pro World Championship quarter-finalist. Your Conor Libertadores champion crashes out of the tournament in the most heartbreaking way possible. He cannot believe what he's just seen. We can't believe what we've just seen.
yeah, that's hard for Nathan, but congrats.
I don't know what to tell you, Rich.
Yeah,
You're looking at me, right? I'm speechless. I got nothing to say.
The headline is a big win for him, for the whole country. He got a lot of support, but we have to watch this.
Yeah, can we?
This
No,
last
can we request that
scene.
now? I can't want it.
We've got no words here on the stage. There's one man with plenty to say, and that is ex-Sharif, who is joined with Brandon FG on the stage right now.
To our commentary team, I can't believe what I have just seen. Right, first things first, you were 3-0 down after 20 minutes. What were you thinking?
I believe in myself. I know I'm good at attacking. So, like every match that I play in the competition, I was losing 1-0, and after I do comebacks, so mentally I was really ready for all the scenarios. So I say if I take 3 goals, I can score 4 and more.
It's been a common theme for you that I hear, Sharif, in these tournaments, that you love putting yourself in these difficult positions and you go in your mind, can Sharif come from 3-0 down and qualify for the quarter-final stages, which you can? Why are you putting yourself in these positions?
I don't know, but I feel that I can do my gameplay and practice all my skills when I'm losing. So I'm better when I'm losing. When I start the match losing, so I play better. I play all my game and all my capacities are with me.
I wish I played better when I went 3-0 down. Listen, let's talk about the winning goal. The game went to extra time. Arguably the game of the tournament so far.
Absolutely.
Let's take a look at this winning goal, and I'm on it here. Explain to me what you're feeling when you're in this position, because there was still lots to do. What a finish.
Yeah. So I was thinking if I need to do a cross to Haaland in the second post. So when I see on the map, I see that Haaland is still on the midfield. So I decided to shot timing green, but I was only in the timing, but I'm good that the shot goes to the goal.
You've got a lot of emotion, I just want to build up this story as well for ex-Sharif. It's the first year that Morocco have been eligible to compete in the FC Pro scene. You came through the Bachoore, I believe. You won that there. And
exactly.
I mean, what's the message to the Moroccan fans? Because you are paving the way for that country in this e-sport.
First of all, I want to say عاش الملك والله ينصر سيدنا. And I want to say a big thank to all the Moroccan fans for all the support that they gave me. I will never forget that moment.
What about that man, Bassi Sad?
Yeah, Bassi Sad is my coach. He's my manager. He always supports me, and I send him a lot of love. And I'm so happy. And it's my first time eligible that I can play a competition. Now I'm in the top 8 of a World Cup. So that's really crazy.
He's just won $40,000 FG as well. Up to this point in your career, you won 10,000 this year, I believe, in the Moroccan League. You've just won 40K, and you still could win the jackpot tomorrow.
Yeah.
We all need a coach like that, don't we? That was sensational. Listen, we're looking so forward to seeing you tomorrow. Hopefully you're going to bring the vibes. The supporters will be here and everywhere watching.
Thank you.
You're going to enjoy your evening.
Thank
Congratulations
you,
again. Well done.
Thank you.
Brandon, I'll bring you in on that, because that was exceptional, nearly about as good as the celebrations in the crowd as well.
It's lucky we're not playing any more games today, actually, because he would not have any voice left. He's still got quarterfinals, potentially semi-finals, and a final to go through, but amazing scenes from the Moroccan viewers. We can see you at home supporting Sharif. He's into the quarterfinal stages. But look, we're halfway through the games, still 4 more big games to come.
Huge games still to come. Let's take a look at the results so far then, shall we? I mean, there was no surprise to see Anders Vejrgang kicking off the show in the way he did. Any other surprises on the screen?
Not really. I think one thing that we could say which was much better was Abu Maka, in terms of he wasn't that great yesterday. I know he went to a penalty shootout against Tex, but by his own standards, it wasn't very good. And I think he's come back in a different way of form today. And look, Sharif, he's the new kid on the block. It's the first year they've been eligible to play up against the CONMEBOL Libertadores champion, but still, there could be more shocks to come today. 4 more big matches on the way.
Huge matches on the way, and we will take a short break, but stay with us, because as you can see on the screen, we've got the likes of Emre Yilmaz still to come. We've got Juvaros, we've also got Manu later on, and they're all playing for the trophy that you see on your screen. Not bad at all, is it, Brandon?
No, it isn't. So much more to come. We can't wait for it. The FC Pro World Championships is really starting to heat up.
Hello and welcome back to the FC Pro World Championships here in Berlin. Myself and Mo getting ready for some more action. The matches we've got to come, Mo. What about Emre versus Jubarosh, and what about Manu Bachoore versus Yuval? Two games with 4 absolutely incredible players.
Yeah, even I think all 4 are world class, but there's like that 2 guys from the Netherlands. They're amazing. They play perfect EFCs. They make each other better. I remember when I won the World Championship, I had a teammate who was all year better than me, but that makes you better. And then in the end, everyone is good. And then you see that with the Dutch guys, and they are amazing.
It's definitely great to see them both here. Let's focus on Emre Yilmaz for a minute, shall we? Because this man just has such a great pedigree. You can see the stats on the screen as well. Career prizes, $306,000 and more, hopefully, for him still to come. How do you see that game going?
Yeah, of course. He's still young, and last year he was in the semi-finals, lost against, I remember 2 years ago he lost against Umut. It was close, and I think he will win a world championship in his life because he's too good. And I think this year is maybe his best year to come.
And what about Manu as well? Manu Bachoore, a man who's already, of course, won himself something. He had a bit of a difficult start to the year, but he seems to have reignited himself. But one thing you get with Manu is just constant class.
Yeah, I think he's of course a favorite as a reigning world champion, but never someone won 2 championships in a row. So that's maybe the point. I think maybe he don't win this year, but like he's also an amazing player.
And we have to have a word as well on Yuval as well, who Manu will be playing. What a player he is, and what a day he had yesterday.
Yeah, Yuval was always that player who beat online everyone. Like he was the best player in the world online, but never showed it in LAN tournaments. Yesterday he beat Nicolas twice, and Nicolas is maybe the best player of all time. So he will be with a lot of confidence here, and I think, yeah, he can surprise everyone and also like be in the semi-final finals.
And on the Emre side as well, Jubarosh, he's a fantastic player. He wasn't happy with us yesterday for not giving him the credit he deserves, and his coach as well has arguably got the best hair here.
Yeah, of course. He can give me some when he want to. Yeah, he played also really good. He didn't start well against Nacho Abel. He lost the first game, but come back with 2 wins. I don't know the feelings because he was not perfect yesterday. So he will be the underdog, but he will like to be the underdog. He has nothing to lose, and maybe he can surprise us everyone.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, let's see some more then, shall we, on the man Jubarosh will be playing, and that's Emre Yilmaz.
I'm DJ Emre Yilmaz and I play for Team Gullit.
Today we began really nervous because I knew I had one of the toughest groups. Jonny is one of the best players for me in the world, so I knew I had to be 100% full focused, and that's what I did. When I'm playing, I'm just, the nerves gone a little bit away and just focus on the game. I scored a lot of goals. From the 5th one, I knew it was done. 6th one sealed the deal.
Yeah, I feel amazing. This may be the best game I played this year. So.
World Championships are always the toughest tournaments for me. I go in the game like, if I do my best, it doesn't matter if I win or lose.
I want to be consistent, and I proved this year again, so I want to keep this level of playing.
My parents, they cannot watch every minute of the game because it's stressful for them, so they just watching at home, relaxing. They are proud of me, and they believe in me more than I do in myself. This is a big opportunity to be world champion. It's just the biggest tournament of them all, so it means that you're the very best player of the year.
Well then, it's time for another round of action here at the FC Pro World Championship. And look, we have got a world champion that's going to be in action here. Could he go back-to-back this year in Berlin? It would be incredible if he was to do that. I mean, we'll talk more about that as we do on the build-up. But before we do that, we're going to have a bit of a build-up to this game from our very own Richard Buckley. Rich, what have you got for us?
Yes, thank you very much, Brandon. It's been an unbelievable day so far. And you know what? I think we need to have a little deep dive into this bracket and see what has been happening so far today. There's been shocks, Grav, but there's also been real professional performances. Abu Maka, Vejrgang and Hezers taking, for me, the limelight.
Yeah, probably. I mean, we expect now in this quarterfinals some big matches coming up because I don't want to get advanced into this because we have Embre against Gibarros. I really like those matches between continents in a way. They've not played yet, so it's interesting to see how the playstyles are going to match. And then Manu against Yuval. I mean, I don't know. It seems like a semi-final between, a quarterfinal, sorry, between Embre and Manu is coming, but we gotta see.
Well, I want to look at Emre Yilmaz because when his team was drafted, there was something that really caught my eye. We've seen Weghorst, we've seen Haaland. They're all on the bench. Look at this here. This attacking area of the pitch, not an aerial plus in sight. Grav, talk to me about this and how he's wanting to play FC.
One thing I really like about Embre, which you say, you know, it's my favorite to win the whole thing. It's just when he gets into those 1v1 situations, he goes for ball roll, trivela, ball roll, and finesse. So he doesn't really look for those crosses, knockdowns. And I really think with Ronaldinho, with Ronaldo, with Mbappe, those playstyles, he's gonna shoot, and I think he is gonna score a lot of goals. So he doesn't look for those crosses.
Yeah, Emre is going to be an absolute joy to watch alongside his teammate, who we did it with the Eredivisie, Manu Bachoore. We've picked this clip out. This is against Levy Finn. And for one reason and one reason only, Grav, because Manu is playing arguably some of the best FC we've seen all year. Talk me through this, and we can have a little game of guess what happens next.
It's interesting because as he's twisting and turning with Joselu, he finds an opening for R9, and in assistance, you probably expect, I don't know, maybe a pass into Weghorst, maybe a pass into Hulit, or maybe there's a step over coming this way, or maybe a step over coming this way. But he's not going for that, right?
He's not going for that. What he's going for is a first touch plus down here from R9 to settle the ball, and then just watch this, because this is a magician at work. Finesse shot, 35 yards out. Manu Bachoore, he was happy with that one. And I cannot wait to see what this man can do. He's the defending world champion. We're going to see him in action right now.
No matter what happens today, I just play my game.
I think if I play my best, I can beat anybody. Build courage and give you all out there.
Every match matters and I'm ready.
Well then, 4 players have already qualified for tomorrow's Final 8. At the end of play today, we'll find those other 4 names there as well. Case and Umit joining me in the commentary booth for this one. Look, these are big games, not only because they're $40,000 games, but you're just one step closer every single time to picking up that trophy, which is unbelievable, by the way.
Absolutely. No, that trophy behind us, it looks very, very expensive, and only one person will be going home with it today. It also looks heavy. I don't know about you. I don't even think I could lift it up, Umit.
Yeah, I think you can lift it up, but I know, like, the world champs that have won, it's really heavy. The trophy is really heavy.
Well, let's start talking about this game. I mean, the great thing about having pros on it is that you give us straight-up predictions of where you think these games are going to go. Both round of 16 games. Who do you expect to come out on top of it and why?
Yeah, I think the Dutch players played really, really good yesterday, and I think they are just too good, and I think both going to win. Of course, Guibaras and Yuval both are still really, really good players, and it's not going to be easy for the Dutch guys, but I think like they are just too straight and too good.
It's the second time that we have seen Yuval qualify for a World Championship. He was in the World Championship last year, didn't get grouped, and had to go the long way around, Case, didn't he, to come back through? He went through the play-ins.
That he did. Only 2 players have made it this far from the play-ins. Sharif just played last round, and Yuval Belly as well. I think a lot of times if you're going through the play-ins, you're seen as an underdog, but these 2 players, they haven't been playing like that. They've been really, really impressive to watch, even making it out of the groups into the knockouts. And so I've really enjoyed watching Yuval Belly's journey because he beat Nicholas twice, which is absolutely insane.
Yeah, he certainly did in that difficult group that he found himself in Group B. Early corner, defended well by Canato. It was the League of Portugal that was his FC Pro partnered league route that did allow him to come to the play-ins. It was FC Famalicão, which he did win that league. Alvaro and Jaime Alvarez did play in that league as well, and he told us a lot about how impressive Yuval and Ricard were this year, the duo that represented that Portuguese league club. Someone else who had to go through an FC Pro partner league to get his ticket here was the defending world champion, in Manu Bachoore. Could be in for an early start. So it's taken him 6.5 minutes to pick up where he left off yesterday, Umit.
Just a great goal from Manu. I think he just faked the step over. I think Yuval expected here the step over. He just cut it his way and just passed to R9. R9 clean finish into the short corner. Amazing goal.
Well, the point I was trying to make, Case, is that at the start of the year he got an invite to the FC Pro Open from how good he was. Of course, he was the world champion. He deserved an auto invite through, and he came through with so much pressure on his shoulders back in London earlier on this year, and he didn't deliver.
Yeah, he had a rough start to the year, Manu did, and I think it just took him a little while to get his footing and get back into the season, because as soon as he got it, it all clicked, and then he continued to win throughout the entire season. But the beginning, it was a little bit messy. We saw that a lot of those players that did really, really well last year, it didn't quite translate in the beginning of the year. But we're seeing a different Manu than we did in, say, November, December, January.
Absolutely. He certainly has found his form as the season's gone on. He'll, of course, wanted to win a few trophies. He was a runner-up in the Eredivisie this year, losing to PH and Levy de Ajax. And when you're surrounded by that Team Hullet camp of just winners who are constantly after trophies and new heights and new levels of career earnings, as you saw in the build-up there, hundreds of thousands of dollars these players have earned. There'll be potentially hundreds of thousands more if they perform well over the next 2 days here in Berlin. You just saw a kick-off there as well between Emre Yilmaz and Bachoore, so could be in for an equaliser here. He may have got 1-0 down in 7 minutes, but 9-minute halves, it's a long old game, and as you were saying, Case, this is a player that stopped Nicholas from getting through.
Absolutely. Yuval Belli is definitely not coming into this afraid at all, as he has Davies into Ronaldinho. He makes it look easy. Very, very quick passes in the box. He had a few opportunities there, but he did choose to finish it with Ronaldinho, and he is making it level.
Well, if we can, let's jump across to our other game. Give you the lowdown of what's going on there. I believe it is still goalless between the two players. That's kicked off slightly later so we can catch both winning moments. That's Bachoore, who, I mean, you've played in a couple of tournaments with him. I don't know how many times you've had the chance to play up against him, but I think we were speaking backstage. He potentially could be like one of the rookies of the year. The Brazilian player was run up in the Condor Libertadores, losing to the hands of Nathan Essar, who just got eliminated. So ex-Sharif in that last game you just saw. What have you made of his season, Umit? Because he has been a bit of a surprise package.
Yeah, like, to be honest, before that season I didn't even know him, but now he's so good, and I also played some games against him in some tournaments. He's just so good in attack. Like, he's really, really good, and I think he's one of the rookies of the year.
And we've seen him quite a lot, Case, in different tournaments this year. One thing that he loves is the skill. He's a very flary player in the final third, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, he's one of those players that you really do enjoy watching. Very, very attacking. Kind of a relentless player, but very creative in the attack as well. I had the pleasure of going to Sao Paulo for Libertadores, and so I got to see it live. And yeah, watching him amongst his coach as well, his celebrations are always very fun. He brings the passion, he brings the joy, and I'm just happy that he made it to the stage so we can continue to see more.
Speaking of Bachoore, let's see him in action now. A couple of step overs from Hezers as he tries to break in through the lines. He goes for a finesse. You heard Richard and Gravison speaking about the top of the show, Umit. There's a real lack of aerial plus in this team from Emre Yilmaz. Is it a case of, look, that's just not how I want to play, but is he also at risk of maybe losing out on what the current meta is?
Yes, but to be honest, I don't know why, but I see Wekos on the pitch.
Oh, I'll take it back. He's been subbed on. Chance Rana from distance, it just goes wide. Well, it looks like there is some aerial plus in the team. I think completely gone against it.
But I also think, like, you just need someone in the team with aerial plus as a striker, just to have the option to cross. I think it's really hard to defend if you just have the option, and of course, like, for corners or something else. We've seen many corner goals this weekend, so I think, like, it's really necessary that you use some of them.
Here he comes, Emre Yilmaz. Wins himself a corner, one thing you can guarantee from every single Team Hullet player. They are electric from corners. They are always in boot camp, always practicing the latest set-piece manoeuvres. And as the game will update, they will just be on it. I mean, you see it from their socials as well, Case. They're always finding the new meta, the new formation, the new skill move, the new play style, the player that offered you the most in the final third. We'll talk more on that in just a second. Power shot was an idea. Konate gets in the way.
Yes, I mean, it is really interesting because a lot of these players provide a lot of great insight on social media. I even go sometimes to the Team Hullet page to learn a lot of the different new meta formations, tactics, that sort of thing. And so they're always trying something new because the game is constantly evolving and that sort of thing, which actually, Omid, question for you.
Yep.
He may not have started off with White Horse on the team, but how often is it that you are changing players going into the different stages of the game? Is it happen a lot, or do you stick with that starting 11 for the most part for the entirety of the competition?
I like to stick with my team. Like, Emre has played yesterday so good. I mean, he beat Jonny 6-1. He went 2-0. So I think like I would just stay. But if you have a match plan, like it's smart to change also. Like in some situations, I think it's also smart. So yeah, like I wouldn't change. He changed. So let's see.
He wins a corner. He just cancelled a power shot. They did eventually go for one with Erling Haaland. This is Gabarros looking to make the most of the aerial plus from this corner. It's going to go into Haaland. Konate will also offer that aerial plus, and sometimes can be in the way to stop him. Can it be for a second time? Hezers was at the back post. He was just about stopped in his track. Say if you're at the World Championship and you're in the stage where you're building your team, there's 32 players building their team. Do you ever, obviously we're looking at identical teams here, at least 9 or 10 players and each team is the same. Are you peeping around corners and looking at other players' teams, or is it always just backing what you know?
I think like
do people pop round Anders' screen and say, oh, should I play Hosselu at right back?
Yeah, like I think
could be on the rebound very quickly.
You just have to think like you have to be really confident with your team. I think it's also important that you like the players with your playing who are. So I think if I just hate the player in real life, I will not play him. Also, if he's good, in my mind he's just bad, and I don't like to play with him. So I think you also have to play some players that you like, so you can just enjoy it.
How much time do you spend preparing your team and choosing it before you have the deadline?
I think it's more like I just play the whole day.
The whole day?
Yeah, I play just like 10 hours per day. Not to find my team, also to find my team, but still like to just be ready for the tournament, to just play really good, because I think, of course, the team is important, but I think how you play is more important.
Well, we just had an update in that game. Manu Bachoore 2-1, he leads now. Up against Yuval, that one has just got into a pause. Still goalless in this one. What's more crazy is if both Manu and Emre were to win this, they would be matching up against each other in the quarterfinals. It's safe to say the bracket's not been nice to them two teammates this year. In the Eredivisie, outside of the Eredivisie.
I think they also played in the E-Champions League against each other for the top 4.
They're probably getting sick of it, aren't they?
Yeah, Emre won, I think. But Manu got a penalty in the 90th minute, and Emre just read it. It's a crazy match.
Big chance. Gabarros wants a save from Schmeichel. Is Haaland onside? No, he's not. Of course, do get your questions in at home in the chat as well. We have got Umar here. 2022 world champion. He had the nerves to win a $250,000 penalty shootout in the grand final. I'm sure he's got plenty of insight for you if you're looking to improve your team or your weekend league record. This coming weekend, get your questions in. Maldini. Interesting choice there at the back. I mean, he's not off the tip of everyone's tongue, Case.
Yeah, I think we see a lot of the same players in terms of a back line for this competition, but there's a few outliers here and there. Everyone has their own preferences in terms of height, play styles, and it'll change from a couple players to another, but for the most part, we see mostly the same players.
I think you need Van Dijk. He's just too good on the ground. I think you just need him as a centre back.
What about Bonucci, Umar? He's played a few times.
I think
I would,
I would only play him because he's playing for Fener, but I think there's no other reason to play him.
Still goalless in this one. It's probably been the game that's been the least goal scored in the round of 16 here. As we said, 16 players turned up today. Only 8 will return tomorrow for our big grand final day here live in Berlin. If you are in the area, tickets are still available to head down to see us crown an FC Pro World Champion. tomorrow evening. Chance to break away, Cruyff. Passes a bit weak, but Zidane will pick up the pieces. Last chance, potentially the half. Haaland down that byline, lofts it in. You know where that's going to end up, Haaland. It was just, it felt like the ball was never coming down. Half-time, goalless between them two. But I tell you what, Gabaros has given Emre Yilmaz a proper good game here so far. Emre Yilmaz hasn't really been able to get going.
Yeah, I think I'm actually pretty surprised by the fact that there have been no goals in that game. I probably was expecting to see at least a goal before halftime from Emre here, but Guy Barros is giving him a very, very good match. It is interesting, though, as I see the two of them on their player cams. On one hand, we have one player that has a lot of celebrations, a lot of passion. On the other hand, Emre doesn't really give us a lot of emotions, Umit. And so what do you prefer there? The emotions, the celebrating, or the calm, cool, collected type of player of Emre Yilmaz?
I think it depends on the player. I think I'm just more calm. Like I just like to stay focused. If you scream on every goal, maybe you're out of focus. But there are also some players like Anders who love to celebrate, who love to push themselves. They're motivating themselves for the celebrating. So yeah. So maybe Guevara is someone that needs to celebrate and need to push herself.
We need to see a few goals first for those celebrations to come in. A few people that have been celebrating here is our live crowd here in Berlin, and I believe Ebru is catching up with some of the fans that are enjoying the action today.
Thank you very much, Brandon. Yeah, it's the first day of the final where we have a crowd here, so I would say let's check out. So what's your name and where are you from?
I'm Hisham and I'm from Berlin.
Yeah, from Berlin, from Germany.
Yeah, I'm from Berlin.
Yeah, great. Are you a supporter of someone, like a fan, or are you just here for fun?
Yeah, I supported Jonny, but he got eliminated in the first round. Sad for me, but I'm still enjoying the games.
Ah, great. Okay, so yeah, Jonny is out. Is there someone you support still, or?
Now I would love to see Anders hold the trophy because he's such a nice player. I love his games, high pressure, a little bit toxic, but I love it.
Okay, then last question: who's going to win the World Cup?
Anders.
Okay, then.
100%.
Okay, thank you very much. Then I would say let's go back to the casters.
Thank you very much, Ebru. Again, that could be you tomorrow here live in Berlin. Tickets still available for the final day. Someone will be picking up $250,000. I love that fan in the crowd. He said, look, I support Jonny. Who did Jonny lose to? Anders. Now I'm going to support Anders. And I think Anders is going to go and win the whole thing. Back on the way for the second half. Goalless still in this with Emre Yilmaz Gabaros. And Manu Bachoore leading 2-1 against Yuval. Nice idea with the reverse elastico there. Needed Toni Kroos to come back and just help out. Alphonso Davies just continued his run. This is Copa America in game time. There's got plenty of pace and dribbling on it. Zidane, Kroos can turn. Oh no, big chance. Can he? Oh, he tried just to get round the goalie. I don't think we're coming back for a penalty. No, we're not. We're going back for a free kick instead.
This could be dangerous.
Direct shot of it, surely?
Yeah, for sure. I think it's a good position to shoot. Emre just tries to get a player on the line, but you see...
Let's have a look.
He's trying to move the keeper.
Toni Kroos over it. Konate's on the line as well. Taking his time on this one, Gabaros. Has he taken too long on it, though? Shot comes in! Saved on the bar! And still not fully dealt with. Oh no, goes down to ground. Referee doesn't say that's a penalty. It's a terrible touch from Van Dijk. Somehow there's advantage played on that. Finesse comes in. Well, I'm not sure what's happened there in the last 10 in-game seconds, but it was a right mess at the back. Free kick-wise of it, though. Was that the right decision?
Yeah, I think so.
That shooting technique. I think Schmeichel's got away with that one.
I think that's how we all feel, right there.
Back straight down the other end. Emre Yilmaz looking to make the most of that. Cuts it back. Mbappe! And if you don't take your chances against him, he will punish you all day long. It was only a matter of time before Emre Yilmaz was going to wake up. And unfortunately, he's just woken up and he's just started scoring. Back over to this one, we've got a replay, we've got an equaliser. Yuval Belly is playing a superb tournament case.
He really is. I think that coming into this round, a lot of players were hyping up the Hullet boys. but you cannot count out their opponents because they have fought very, very hard to get into these spots. And Yuval Belly, he is coming out here ready to compete. He said, I don't even care if he's the previous world champion. He is out here ready to go toe-to-toe with the previous champ, and he has made it level. And I'm excited to get back to that game eventually because I think it is about to turn up.
Potentially another chance to come through. We asked for your questions at home. FPL champ comes in. Who's impressed you the most so far in this tournament? Umit?
I think probably Sharif, because he's coming from play-ins. He's the first Moroccan who ever competed in the FC Pro World Champs, so I think now he's in the top 8. So I think like he's the player who impressed me the most.
Another question coming in from Buzzy B. I mean, I'd always say this would be Germany in terms of the nation with the best players, but in your opinion, what country do you think has the best FC players at the moment? Maybe the Netherlands?
Yeah, I think you have to go with the Netherlands. They're just like 4 players in the knockouts, and like no of them is out. So I think, yeah, you have to say Netherlands.
I'm really curious here because only 1 goal has fallen in this game. I was wondering if this is going to give Emre Yilmaz a little bit of momentum going into this one. It looks like it might, and it does, Brandon.
Emre Yilmaz finds his second. Unfortunately, though, his teammate is in a difficult scenario as well. We have a few Dutch fans in the crowd here in Berlin. What do we say? There's only so long before Emre Yilmaz will turn it on. He's one of those players where you can clearly see that's Coach Jelle behind him. He doesn't give off any reactions, does he? He doesn't really give off any emotion. He needs someone behind him that is just roaring him up.
Yeah, I think that's just the type of player he is. Even when he wins entire tournaments, he's not the one to celebrate, be in your face with those celebrations, be dramatic. And here we have another goal here from Yuval Belly against the world champion Umit. Did you expect this?
No, I didn't expect that. Yuval is, of course, really good, but you have to say this goal was really lucky for Yuval. I think Manu did everything right, but Yuval was just lucky in this case. Like this again, it was also a little bit lucky, this rebound, but Manu managed to defend that. So we have a good game here.
As we said, the headline news could be the current world champion could be eliminated in the round of 16, which would allow for a new name to go down in history here in the FC Pro scene. Still plenty of time left, though. Reworks that one pretty well. Bellingham, he's not going to be the player to shoot either. He's Tony Cruz. Arno would have been. Well, with Kai Havertz, he can do enough. How big was that pressure, Umir? You know, you've won the World Championship. You're coming back into the new season. The expectation, there must be you're going into games and the players that are playing you have got an extra 10, 15, 20% to beat you, so they can go on off and say, look, I've knocked out the world champion, I've beat the world champion.
Yeah, I think it's crazy pressure because you just have to win every game. Everyone is expecting you win every game, and everyone is try-harding like 20 times more. If you're just playing division rivals or weekend league, just normal mode against anyone, like everyone is sweating.
Oh, Yuval! He's going to take that all day long.
Oh, what is it?
I'm not sure how the ball's popped up there. I'd love to see that get on the replay case just to try and understand.
Yeah, same, because it seems like 2 goals in a row that Manu is not going to be very happy about. Quite unlucky situation. Saka, step over. He got bumped there. He still kept possession. It drops down perfectly for Saka, just for him to dink it right in. Almost a perfect situation.
You said the words lucky on the last goal, Umit. I've got a feeling you might say that again.
Yeah, really lucky goal. I think he should have the ball first with Konate, then the keeper's just throwing it away, and like his R9 is not even winning the header, but I don't know how the ball gets to him.
Well, back to this one, 23 minutes left. Emre Yilmaz is cruising at the moment after such a dominant first half from Gabarros' case, and he doesn't have anything to show for it now.
He really doesn't. He's one of the more creative players out here. He's one of those players that goes all out attack, and you haven't really seen that. It seems like he's playing back a little bit against Emre, which I understand because sometimes you can't play the same exact way that you would in your own league that we saw in Sao Paulo. But
Havertz, Haaland, Hosselu with the back of his head has just become not just a striker but a defender. Another wave of pressure coming straight back in. Cruyff for Ronaldinho. Something's got to stick now for Gabarros. Deflection Can Ireland just about keep it in? It looks like he would cut for a corner. If not, doesn't want the corner. Instead, will play on and just recycle it back across the midfield line. We've just kicked back off as well from a pause. 19 minutes left in that one. Yuval Belly looking to knock out the current world champ. He's 4-2 up against Manu at the moment. Let's jump back to it. Big chance. Something that they've been so good at, all the Dutch players. These areas, these set pieces. It's not going to work that time. Is it back for a free kick? I mean, it would just be another twist in the tail here in Berlin case. I mean, look, all the household names you can argue potentially just being knocked out in early stages than you would have expected them to be.
Yeah, here's the thing. It is upset city in this tournament right now. Expect the unexpected. The biggest names in this tournament, we've already said goodbye to so many of them, and it just continues to happen. And so I'm here for it because we might see some of these unexpected players making it to the massive stages of the game. As it stands, 2 players from the play-ins are going through to the quarterfinals, which a lot of people would not have anticipated.
I think I didn't expect that, but yeah, it's also like Yuval is also really, really good. Of course, he's playing against Manu, who was the favorite in this game, but like still Yuval is just a really, really good player. He's playing crazy in the attack.
He's playing fearless as well. You have to remember that he's one of the players that came through the play-ins. He wasn't just offered an FC Pro World Championship ticket. He had to come a day early, play against 19 other players that came through different FC Pro partner leagues around the world. Was able to get out of his group, and then from that point you restart again, don't you, in the group stages, and he was pulled into the group with Nicholas.
It was not an easy journey for him here, nor any of them for that matter, but I almost wonder, do all of those matches the day before you're ready to compete in the biggest competition of your life, does that give you the warm-up that you need? You're no longer coming to Berlin, flying from across the world and coming in cold. I'm not sure what you think. Do you think having a tournament ahead of time gets you ready for it, mindset? You're already in the lights, you're already sitting there, ready for it, or would you just want to show up and play?
I think it's also like helping Yuval, like that he had played before. But yeah, after his wins against Nicholas twice, so I think he can be confident, and I think he is confident to just play his how he wants to play. I think he has been also the last years really, really good, but he didn't show that on the big stage, and now he's showing that he's one of the best players.
Well, let's jump back into it now. The headline news could be the current world champion could be eliminated in 11 minutes in game time. Has to turn it around now. If you're in this situation, Amit, and you're trying to break down these last 10 in-game minutes, when do you need your first goal by? 85th?
At 85th is okay. I think at least 88, because we've seen here 6 goals. So I would say maybe 2 or 3 minutes overtime. Like, you just need to score late point 88th minute. Otherwise, you will not see the ball again.
Well, on the other side for Yuval, what's he got to do? He's got to manage a long 10 in-game minutes. Remember, this is 9.5 minutes. It's a long 10 minutes. He doesn't just float past us. Maybe it would have been 6 minutes. Another goal certainly would be the right way to go about it. R9 on the finesse! Well, well, well! Another twist in the tail here in Berlin. As it looks like the current defending world champion is about to be eliminated in the round of 16.
As we saw the replay there with R9. Yes. Here's the thing. Yuval could have sat back, just tried to dominate possession, which is very hard to do for 10 minutes straight, but he continued to push forward. He's kind of relentless right now because at any point it could turn the tides. 10 minutes could take a very, very long time, but I respect it because he could have sat back and tried to make sure that he doesn't see the ball in this situation, but I mean, more goals the better for the viewers.
Aggressive press. 3 goals now needed. That pass, it goes astray. And for Yuval now, we can start just seeing that clock tick down and look back on what performance this was, Amit.
Yeah, like Yuval is playing just good. He's just playing good. I'm a little bit sad also for Manu because he was playing such a great tournament and he was one of my favorites, to be honest. But yeah, in this match, Yeah, I wouldn't even say that Yuval played much better, but in some cases Manu was just a little bit unlucky, to be honest.
Well, Emre Yilmaz has made 3 World Championships in a row, and he's about to make the top 8 again.
Crazy consistent. I mean, we mention every time Emre's attack and his pressure and how he is good in attacking, but we've seen here against Guibaras 0 goals he conceded, and I mean yesterday against Jonny he also conceded just 1 goal, so in the defense he's also really, really good this tournament, and I'm like, yeah, I want to see more from him.
And in time of 2 minutes, commiserations, Guibaras, what a run you've had this year. For me, certainly up there in the conversation of Rookie of the Year. But it will be Emre Yilmaz that goes on through to the quarter-final, and he takes on the winner of this game, which many would have predicted would have been a rematch again between his teammate at PSV Eindhoven of Team Hullet. But that's not going to be the case. The defending world champion will not be able to go back-to-back, unfortunately. And the end of his road will be at the round of 16 here in Berlin. Controller down. He knows his game over. Commiserations to Manu. Congratulations to Yuval. The play-in's run of dreams. He remains to fight another day. Top 8 guaranteed. What a different performance from him. He was group last year in the World Championships. All that learning, potentially, you could argue a bit. He's come back and he's brought a very different performance here.
Yeah, I think Yuval is a very great player. He's so good, but he, as I said, he never showed it offline. He was just playing really good online, and now he's playing also really good on LAN. And yeah, he deserved the win, and he's deserved to be in the top 8 of the FC Pro World Championship.
Okay, just quickly as well, that 8-man bracket, it's shaping up nicely, but it's shaping up like a bracket you might not have called 2 days ago.
Yeah, I mean, like we said before, expect the unexpected because a lot of massive names are dropping out of the competition. We got players, it's kind of a Cinderella story for Yuval coming in here. And so if your favorite player has been knocked out, maybe start rooting for Yuval because he has started from the bottom, literally the bottom, gone through the play-ins, and he is now in the top 8.
Yeah, 2, as we said, of those 6 players came from the play-ins. There are still 2 more to find. Before we do that, though, let's check in with Yuval, who's just qualified for the top 8 tomorrow.
Thank you, Brandon. Wow. First of all, Yuval, congratulations. You just defeated the reigning world champion, Manu Bachoore. What's going on through your mind right now?
Yeah, I know Manu Bachoore is the world champion, and he's probably this year also is one of the best players. But here everyone is good, and I didn't really think about who are playing. Like, I qualified here for the play-ins, not even for the World Cup. So qualifying for the World Cup itself is a crazy achievement, and now obviously beating the world champion, and now have a lot of confidence I can go even all the way.
Yeah, you scored some great goals in that game. We're going to focus in on your second goal. Came around the 57th minute. It's an important goal in this game, obviously, as were the other goals. Around the 53rd minute, the build-up play, if we can stop it just about here, what was going through your mind at these moments when you're dribbling throughout his defense? Was it looking for passes? Was it looking just to try and score a goal?
Yeah, I think the step overs, like he thought maybe I would go to the side, you know, but I kept straight, which is really confusing to be. And yeah, then the ball roll, green time shot. Yeah. I tried Yuval actually, but yeah, it still needed to be a goal. But yeah.
It's a massive day tomorrow, of course, today. You've come through the play-ins, you've defeated Nicholas, you defeated Manu Bachoore. You've got a big task on your hand, Emre Yilmaz. How are you feeling for that?
Yeah, Emre, I think I played him this year in the Pro Open, like earlier in the year. He beat me like 8-2. Yeah, so
Payback.
It's probably it's probably one of the toughest opponents.
Yeah.
For me to face, but look, I beat Bachoore now, and I think I can beat him too. But it will be interesting.
Yeah, massive congratulations again. We'll see you tomorrow. Let's head on back over to FG.
Yes, thank you very much to Ryan, and a massive congratulations to Yuval. Mo, we spoke a lot about Manu Bachoore before, and we probably didn't touch on Yuval as much. What a performance to knock out the world champion.
Yeah, I'm happy for him because every pro knows Yuval is one of the best players in the world. Online, he beat everyone. Like, he's like undefeated all qualifiers. But when it comes to LAN events, he got maybe in the past, he got a little bit shaky. And now he's performing, and no one wants to play him.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, to be honest, looking at all the big names we've still got, you can see the match stats on the screen as well. But when you're looking at all the players we've still got in this tournament, it's frightening how good everybody is. Emre Yilmaz booking his place as well into tomorrow to face that man Yuval. Can I get an early prediction from you?
Yeah, I think Emre, when I won the World Championship, I need 2 World Cups. Like, I was close to win. Emre had that in the last 2 years. And this year is Emre's year. I think he will go to the final also.
Well, it would be great to see someone like Emre in the final. We're also about to see Max, the man who caused so many shots yesterday, facing Jafonso. And then Levy is in action against K1 John. Stay with us. We're going to take a short break.
PlayStation.
Will make all the difference! I've got to come to you first and foremost. What's happened here from Levy Finn? He's 4-2 down.
The most important thing is every time is the win.
The writing's been on the wall for a little while. As Abu Makar is turning on the style here. And Hosselu with an unbelievable touch. Strikes across goal! I cannot believe what I have just seen.
Hello and welcome back to the FC Pro World Championships here in Berlin. Ryan, Should we just show them what we've just been watching throughout the break? We've been scrolling, right? We've been scrolling Instagram, Brandon.
Right.
And we've just found something that we have to share with the viewers. So,
is it a video?
It's a video, yes, mate. Let's have a look at Checkmates on Instagram. I hope we can get this clip rolled. Right, we will have the clip. Listen.
Your internet got out. It's on your phone.
I'm hotspotting at the minute, all right? I'm hotspotting on my phone. Brandon, right, listen.
Where is it?
Right, listen, you know what? We've got it. The hotspot's working.
Okay,
Let's just watch it.
What a moment this could be.
I'm nervous for
Crowd
keeping the ball. I feel sick.
As champion, a goal that could be worth $80,000 here. Perfect play. The run is triggered from Vejrgang. Haaland's there at the back post if he needs him. Mbappe cuts it back. Bruno Fernandes.
Extra time. Oh, still on.
Bruno Fernandes dances. There's Haaland in the air towards the post. Back to Matthias. Champion!
He's dropped the celebration on his head. He's dropped it on his head.
Off the FC Pro Open, that might just be the man on a mission from Brazil.
Now, if you think that's funny, you should actually have a camera on Brandon Smith when he does that, because that was exactly what he was like. Shout out to Checkmates. What's it been like commentating? That was a moment from P8's in.
I mean, we need to, I guess, commentate in the bedroom, Ryan. Get you in a headlock straight after the game
right.
as well. That was incredible. But no, I've watched those guys before online, and when I saw it, I was like, no way.
Oh, you've already seen it, yeah?
Maybe.
He searches his own name online, right?
Yeah.
Well, that was honestly unbelievable. Checkmates, what a great job. If anyone else has a Brandon Smith impression, feel free to tag us on Instagram and tag at EA Sports FC Pro so we can get some more on the show. 2 matches remaining, gents. Max against Jafonso. First up, Max had a brilliant day yesterday. Brandon, how do you see this one going?
I was saying just in the commentary there about Yuval sort of being, incredible, but more importantly, a rookie of the season could be for Gabarros. Max, we have to say, this is his first major tournament he's played in. I heard he played in 9 games of the Eredivisie coming into this. He's not had loads of experience at LAN, but he came in yesterday. He beat Tex on that SBC showdown, and of course beat Abu Makr as well by 8-2. He's up against the MLS Cup champion now, but Max, what have you got to lose, my friend? You've already done so well.
Yeah, he's done absolutely fantastically well. Levy David versus K1 John next, right? How do you call this one?
Well, it's a tough one. Levy obviously would have seen one of his teammates fall short, be eliminated earlier on in Manu Bachoore. We'd have seen Emre Yilmaz make it to the next round. And they always have that little bit of of course they're friends and teammates. They want each other to do well, but I'm sure they want to outscore each other a little bit. And for Levy, I'm sure he'll be motivated to get to the next round.
Yeah, it's going to be fantastic. 2 great fixtures coming up for you. Let's head to the analyst board, shall we? I can see Casey is with a pro player, Uma.
Yes, I'm joined here at the analysis board with Umut. As we are looking back a little bit, let's take a look at these matches. I mean, Umut, what stands out here the most? What was the biggest upset from these 3 that have happened so far?
I think, as we mentioned before, the 2 play-in player won their first game. So 2 play-in player, Yuval and Sharif, both are in the top 8. So they played really, really good. And I think they were also crazy matches.
And what do you make of this Emre Yilmaz coming up tomorrow versus Yuval? Do you think Yuval can keep the Cinderella story going?
I think Yuval will still play really good, but I think Emre is one of my favorite players. He's just so crazy in pressure. He's so crazy. So I think Emre is going to win that.
All right, well, we will have to see, but we do have 2 more sets of games right around the corner. This brings us to our guy, our Ajax man, Max Kolomai. I mean, Umut, looking at this draft here, does anything stick out for you?
Yeah, I think we see Cafu here on the right side. He got the trade wood cross, so he can cross really easily. On the other side, we see Wickhouse as a left striker. So the cross from Cafu comes to Wickhouse's head, and probably he's gonna score.
Well, let's see if we can see those 2 men in action here for Max. As we see this clip here in his game against Tex, where he was very, very dominant. Go ahead, Umut, tell us about it.
Tex was really aggressive with Davis. Now he's really aggressive with Saliba. So Max just want to avoid Saliba, so just want to get behind him or next to him to cross Wickhouse. He's sending Wickhouse a little bit earlier, so Wickhouse is just running straight to the goal. And after that, he just tried to cross. on Weghorst. So yeah, amazing play from Max. So he played that really, really well.
Well, let's see this play out here and see how it ends up. As Cafu sends it all the way across, just as Umut said, up to Whitehorse. I mean, he doesn't miss that opportunity, does he?
Yeah, of course. And I think like without whip cross, this cross wouldn't come on Weghorst.
All right, well, we've seen it all from Max here, and we will be seeing him go up against the EMLS champion, Jafonso. Let's see a little bit more about that matchup.
I want to show the world what I can. I got the opportunity and I think I can do it.
If I play to my capabilities, I can beat everyone.
I'm really confident that I can be number one.
Two more places to find in our quarter-finals. 4 unbelievable players take to their round of 16 games right now. Richard Buckley, 2019 World Champion Mo Auber, 2019 La Liga champion Grabison in the commentary booth to break down what we're about to see. Will there be shocks? Will it be potentially the favourite shining through? Jafonso, you talk about champions, EMLS to his name this season. You look across the stage, you see Max Kuhlemeyer playing 9 games in the Eredivisie through Ajax's performances with PHN, and the man sat literally 10 metres to his left, Levy David, picking up that title, books his space in the FC Pro World Championships. Levy is taking on the Egyptian K1 John. And I did have a little look over my right-hand shoulder. I can see the same fans, the same people who are here supporting Sharif, also getting behind K1 John as well. So if K1 John does get a goal, it could get pretty loud in here.
As we see the screen, the game is starting now between K1 John and Levy.
King CJ behind him as well. A really great player in his own right. He'll be offering his side, and on the other side, arguably one of the coaches. Greatest of all time coach?
It could be. I mean,
is that not going to stick? Is it going to stick or not?
No, not
okay.
really.
Well, Renzo's behind him, and he'll be offering all his insights during the next 20 minutes of FC action.
I think for Levy, it will be time to win a big tournament. We saw him winning
Is this
like...
year?
Maybe. We saw him like winning the Champions Cups back in the days.
2v2s as well.
Yeah, 2v2 with Olito he won, I think. But he need one world champion, one like big tournament to be one of the greatest.
And if Team Hullet were to go back-to-back, different players, same organisation picking up the biggest trophy in the scene year on year, you got to say they cement themselves as the greatest org to ever be in the scene. They're 1-0 up at the moment. It's Levy David.
And it's really hard to defend this corner because he did it right. I mean, it's quick. It's in less than a second. The corner take it. And he did select Konate, aerial plus, went for the first post, but it doesn't matter because there's just a high difference. So I don't think there's an answer to that corner.
No, it was a perfect corner. It's not easy. I tried it at home. It's not easy to make this corner. There's a perfect timing of switching the player. Yeah, he picked up Konate, so Weghorst is just better in the heading. And it's a good start for Levy.
Especially in a match against K1 John, a player who's usually comfortable in those 0-0, 1-1, 2-2 situations. And we've seen this in the MLS, we've seen this in this tournament as well. Richard, 2-2, 80 minute, he goes for a cross, he scores.
Yeah.
It seems like he's comfortable in those situations in the match.
What I really like from K1 John, especially in these sort of areas, the pass onto the edge of box, then the first time L1 triangle, just like that.
That one.
Ooh, nice.
That one. I mean, the player switched into Van Dijk and then the tackle was there, but you just mentioned it, and he was using it. He scored a couple of goals with that in group stage.
Well, the second round of 16 game has started here. That will be bringing you all the action from 2 games remaining today. Max Kuhlemeyer from AFC Ajax taking on Jafonso.
And for the people at home, this first time pass, it makes sense, the chip, because of the depth. As you know, people are using 100 depth, 71 depth, 80 depth, and let's just say the defense is offside trapping. So if you go for that tap, it could go in.
Yeah, there's a lot of space behind the defenders. Oh, next corner. You see, it's not every corner goal. It's hard to score corners.
But if you train them as the way as Levy did, you could score, let's say, what, 2 to 3 corners per match?
No, I think so, maybe. Maybe we see, 5.
I think it's just the different variations you can put on them as well. It's just so important to have that in your repertoire. John Stones breaks down the right-hand side into out Bachoore, looking to cut back onto the edge. Here's Alphonso Davies, and that dink straight over the top from Toni Kroos. Now I've said it, you're going to see it every single time he looks to play onto the edge and then dink it back in. Max Kullemeyer, 1-0 down. You just saw the score update coming through, and this is how Jafonso went 1-0. Hosselu cuts it back for Weghorst.
That's a nice goal. Good step over, and then good vision. He sees the strike in the middle.
And the New England Revolution man, also represented by Luna Galaxy, 1-0 up to the gut. Levy breaking down towards the near post, cuts it back. He's going to get the rub of the green, and he's going to poke it in at the near post.
That was quick. I mean, obviously he was lucky with the rebound, the way he got the ball back, but again, that was a beautiful reverse elastic of the pass. That was lucky, but again, you got to react quick with R9. He did score a goal to the near post. That's 2-0. The celebration from the crowd.
So you always say, whenever we interview you two when you're playing, Mo, if you come back next year and we interview you, maybe not you, Grab. You always say, when we're doing those interviews, guys, what you're looking forward to in the tournament, and every pro always says it's one game at a time. Is that true? Because surely you look at this bracket opening up and you start thinking of a semi-final and a final that your side of the bracket's open, or you fancy yourself to go through.
To be honest, I was a player, I was looking to a bracket a lot. Like,
you're always thinking
in the middle of my game, I was looking to the other game. I say, hope he lose, hope he wins. So my focus was always the whole tournament, because for me it wasn't like achievement to be in the top 16. I wanted to be in the final, and you look up matchup you like. So for me, it was not game to game.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, sometimes you don't want to disrespect opponents and stuff, but you always look up at the bracket. And when you're like, okay, if I win this match, then the next one is this opponent, which shouldn't be tough, and then the bracket opens up, you're looking at that every single time.
Yeah.
Let's just say when you have a mic put inside in front of you, you're
one
like,
game at a time, one game
at
at
a time.
Yeah, you don't want to disrespect your opponent, so that's why you say it.
Jafonso looking to build up here in around the box, trying to find his entrance in. Ronaldinho, lovely driven pass to Vitinho. Power shots it at the near post.
I like that goal. We didn't see much of power shots. That's really a good matter to, yeah.
Let's have another look at it with that nice grab.
Look, his defenders are really deep, so yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful, because as you see, he was defending with the midfield. So a power shot from Vitinha, of course, it's gonna go. I'm not gonna say it's a goal, but it's gonna go in.
As you can see, K1 John getting one back. Great shot that. You can see both players opposite each other getting their way into the game. I feel like we've not really spoken too much about Levy David in this tournament. He cruised through the groups, a 5-3 win against Andreas and a 6-1 beating of Nathan SR. He got his spot here from the FC Pro Open semi-finals. There's been a lot of chat about Anders and about the players that have been exited from the tournament, and about his teammates even in Manu and Emre. Out of the three, we've spoke about him the least.
Yep.
He could go on and win this tournament very, very easily, Gravison.
It could happen. Let's just see this, maybe this attack. No, it could happen. And I think out of all the players from Holland, probably Levy is the, let's just say, the star out of all of them in terms of followers, in terms of camera action and stuff. So maybe then when Manu started crushing, when Emre started playing so well, competition-wise, we forgot about Levy, but he's there, top 4, top 2, and it reminds me of Mo back in 2019. Mo was always performing top 4, top 2, top 8.
He was never the one.
Yeah, he was never the one, but then when it mattered in that World Championship, he got it done. And I think Levy's in a similar situation.
It could be Levy's year here in Berlin. He's got to get past K1 John first. That's going to help him. Van der Sar proved the right choice at the near post there. The corner whipped in. The delivery is so quick.
That's unstoppable, really.
Yes, he makes perfectly because you have no time to move your goalkeeper, to like move your defender. So it sounds easy, like the corners are good, but when you try this at home, you will check it's not easy. And I think it's only 2-1, but maybe K1 John is a bit lucky that it's only 2-1 because
Yeah,
I see only Levy have the ball, have the shots.
Probably feels as though, even though the game's 2-1, he's still in a lot of control and quite comfortable in this matchup. However, a third goal he certainly needs, because you said it right at the start of the game, Grav. K1 John very rarely gets beat heavily. He's always in the game. And when it gets into the last 10 minutes, that's where he usually nips in front.
Yeah, it reminds me of Matias Bonano in a way. You know, those minutes of the game is always Matias Bonano's time. And it seems like for K1 John it's the same. He just turns up to those moments.
He could be turning up right now. Hosselu down the right-hand side. Lovely pass into Ruud Gullit. Levy
really good
defended
defense.
well.
He anticipates the pass and moves his defenders there.
Not over yet. Alfonso Davies dinking it up in the air.
I think it's hard to score against Levy. I never liked to play against him. Even the games was like close, was like 50-50 always, also the results. But he plays so controlled and his defense is so good. You don't make mistakes in defense. So you have to be perfect at offense and to surprise him.
That's one thing we've talked about a lot during this tournament. The players who don't make mistakes, especially in key areas of the pitch, dream timing shots and in defensive areas giving goals away, they're the ones that have gone through. When you look at this bracket, you're looking at Anders, very rarely ever makes a mistake. Abu Maka doesn't really make mistakes. He won't give you a free goal.
Emre, the same.
Emre.
Yuval is the perfect example. I think Yuval has a game style fairly similar to Levy in the way he's a really good defender, but then when he gets inside the box, he might not get that many chances. He might get 7, 8 chances, but at least 4 of them are going to go in.
We want to hear from you as we approach half-time. Who do you think is going to reach the FC Pro World Championship Grand Final? You know, 6 of the 8 finalists so far. Anders, Hezers, Abu Maka, Sharif, one of those 4. And again, it's going to be taking on Emre, Yuval, Levy, K1 John, Jafonso or Max. Who do you think is going to be your final? Who's the top 2 here in Berlin?
That was a brilliant build-up. I mean, the way he... Another thing about Levy, and I know Mo used to play a lot against him and me as well, is the left stick dribbling. You cannot get the ball off him. So when he starts left stick dribbling on the wing or even with the attackers, it's impossible to get the ball off him. And that's really frustrating because you try to go, let's just say you're trying to hold position and he always finds the pass inside. Next time you're going to go for the tackle. This could be a cross.
Driving all the way to the byline, ball roll scoop turn, just recycling possession. Now Ruud Gullit's going to take the space with the step overs. You expected across the back post there?
Yeah, Levy's, he wants to play too beautiful sometimes. You have to cross. Why he play Vejrgang when he's not crossing? Maybe he thinks maybe only for corners, but there are some players they're not crossing. And it's like Rashid and Nathan back in the day. Also 0 crosses in the game.
It's a lovely ball over the top, bringing John Stones into play. We might see one here, getting towards the byline. Stones just overruns it, and that will do us for the first 45 minutes. It's great. Aerial shot there. Advice coming in from both King CJ and Renzo. Jafonso, 2-0 up versus Max Kulemai. That was 2-1. Great timing as we join the game.
What a goal by Max. I mean, this looks easy, I'm telling you. But the speed of that player lock you're going to see coming in. So this is the pass to Mbappe. And that's quick. Not only the player lock, but getting the player into position, which was our 9 in this instance. That's a beautiful goal. I got to tell you, that's not easy to do at home because of the speed of the player lock.
Yeah, that was a good goal. Max, one of 4 guys from Netherlands in the top 16. Man, what a performance from the Dutch guys.
It's incredible. And we did see the play-ins players from Yuval and Sharif, both of them in top 8 as well. It seems like the players are turning up, and the Netherlands as well.
One final chance here before half-time. Jafonso looking to go 3-1 up. It's not going to happen. And we go into the break. Both games relatively close at this moment. 6 players are in your quarterfinals. We've got to find 2 more. You might be wondering what those 2 pods on the stage that nobody has played in yet. They are our finals pods. Only 2 players out of the 32, out of the thousands that have signed up to play competitive FC this year, will have the opportunity to sit in those pods and play not only for that trophy, but in a $400,000 game of FC. The winner taking home $250,000.
Those beautiful golden pods on main stage. I'm looking forward to that tomorrow.
That's what's all to come, but we've got to finalise today as K1 John wants to be in the hunt for a spot at the top 2. Both games 2-1, really evenly poised at the moment, Grav.
Yeah. It's, if I were playing this position and the chip to Vejrgang was coming in, I'd be praying to the gods.
Well, here you go. A couple of suggestions coming through of their grand finals. Levy versus Emre. I think that could be a semi-final.
It could.
Anders versus Levy final will be insane. Yeah, I think a lot of people are potentially leaning that way. Let's go, Sharif. Let's make history. He has got so many fans behind him. He's got an entire continent. And Snoff there saying the GOAT, Anders. It certainly puts him in the conversation to be the greatest player to have ever done it, and he's only, what, 18 years old. If he was to pick up the FC Pro World Championship. Across all social media.
Beautiful pass.
Yeah, that's good.
Just see what Kai Havertz can do here for K1 John.
This is good.
Haaland taking the space.
Oh! Brilliant goalkeeper movement, and now a corner coming in.
It's an early one to the front post. It's Vejrgang with the flick. Interesting that you see Levy moves the keeper, but he doesn't move him a lot. He wants him to stay on the line. Best chance to make a save rather than come and collect the ball.
Yeah.
Do you think he's moving the keeper backwards in those corners?
It looks like it, yeah.
Yeah, when you know the header will go to the far post, he will move to the goalkeeper.
You can see both games underway right now. 54th and 48th minute in both of our round of 16 games.
Nice.
Tony Kroos firing it into Vejrgang. Van Dijk, that's going to be a pen. Virgil's in trouble, and K1 John could level up this game at 2-2. It's Hullet to step up. And he scores, top left corner.
That was a beautiful build-up. We can see the crowd. Hurricanes loving this match at the moment. And I gotta tell you, he's always alive in these matches. And it seemed like Levy was playing well. This was a bit lucky because I don't think...
It's a shoulder to shoulder.
I don't think he pressed the tackle. I think it was just L2, shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah, a bit unlucky for him. Yeah, it's not easy to come back against Levy. He was 2-0 down. He had like 1 corner, 1 penalty now. So a bit of luck, not in the game. But still, I feel really confident when I'm Levy de Weert. Like, the game will be good for him. His defense is good and his attack is also okay.
As you just see the other game that is underway right now, Jafonso still leading 2-1. Just look at the top of the pitch there. Max had a run and decided not to use it and keep the ball on this near side. One of these two will be booking their place in the quarter-final, where they'll take on the winner of Levy de Weert and K1 John.
Jafonso first World Cup for him. Amazing achievement now. Like, he's close to be in the top 8.
Should put him in a great stead as well if he wants to get a third here. Driving to the back post.
Didn't lock in. Ah, that was unlucky.
Didn't lock Mbappe on, and also he's just fighting for the ball here. Vitinha already on the score sheet, looking to add a second.
Now maybe just recycle.
Keeping the composure, getting the breath back. The Ronaldo with the step overs. Schmeichel, good goalkeeper movement. Again, just that step backwards.
Which is, as we can see
Look at
now,
that. 9 shots to 2.
9 shots to 2 and 59 possession percentage for Jafonso as well. It seems like at the moment he's comfortable in the match, but still the game is doable.
Absolutely, in this game, it's far from comfortable. It's edge of the seat action between Levy and K1 John. 2-2. And in the blink of an eye, if K1 John wants to win this, you've had 2 of the 3 Team Hullet members eliminated.
Yeah, as it stands, EMLS, if K1 John scores a goal,
2 of your top 8 would be EMLS representation.
This is the World Championship. So many times it happens, stuff like this, in which you maybe expect Europeans to crush into the tournament and just demolish everyone, but then...
As you see, Jafonso, 3-1 up. Yep, Jafonso is Portuguese, but it's obviously coming from that EMLS. It came from the resulting corner from that strike. Bachoore with a glancing header to the back post. I mean, huge, just vast array of nations as well that are represented here, already in the top 8.
Yes, I think it's everywhere like this. It's one of South American, one North American, one from Saudi. It's like, yeah, the whole world is great in this game.
Chance for Levy to get back into the game. I mean, you talked about South America as well.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any South Americans left.
Wow, all of them eliminated. And if we see this clip, let's just see that touch from Vejrgang. That's amazing. That's a thing implemented this year in which if you control with an oriented way, sprinting, you can control the ball into that situation in which if you shot it, it's going to go in. But that's amazing. And that's also, I think, that Mo used to do back in the days. Those controls were amazing. And now, I think the main player using that has to be Hezers. Levy used it now. 3-2 up.
We jump back on board here with Jafonso. He's in control against Ajax's Mats Kulemeyer. Ronaldo, red time strike. Schmeichel does get his hands on it on the second time of asking.
I like the game style from Jafonso. I saw it in the group stage also. He lost his first game with like 20 shots. So he's really attacking good. I think no one can defend him. So I can expect him also to
have a good run.
Yeah, he will be a tough matchup next round against Levy or K1 John. But yeah, this guy is amazing. I didn't expect it, to be honest.
Max still in this game. He's taken 2 huge scalps so far in this tournament, beating Tex and Abu Maka. And with just how tight this game is, where we're going to turn our attention to right now. A 1-goal deficit.
Look at Mbappe.
That K1 John has to overcome. Mbappe.
Possible cross. Nice defense by Havertz. Wow. That could have been 4-2 if Havertz wasn't there. That was a great tackle. And now let's see if K1 John is able to build up slowly, because he has time now. 20 minutes left. Whoa, big stake.
Nice pressing from Levy de Viet. Good anticipation, and now Haaland.
1-on-1 with the keeper. Moves into the far post. He takes it at the near. Levy is ice cold in front of goal. And what have we talked about all day on this commentary position? I say it every single time. Mistakes will kill you.
Yeah, he pressed good, but this pass was not that smart. He had a good decision making also in front of the goal. He waited until the goalkeeper is moving. He knew he moves the goalkeeper, he will move it. And yeah, it looked good.
Could that be the killer blow?
It looks like it, because I don't think K1 John is comfortable in these situations in which he's 2 goals down. And I do think obviously it was a mistake from K1 John, that pass he made into Joselu, but it was really, really good press, as Mo mentioned.
Combination of both,
yeah,
a mistake but also a forced mistake. K1 John dinking it up in the air. Haaland with the heroics, and R9 don't count him out, because it's a 1-goal game.
He's been doing this for a long time. I remember watching the MLS, when that ball comes into Haaland, you're kind of doomed, because then he went for the finesse. Also, we gotta remind people at home, R9 has the finesse plus playstyle.
Is there anything you can do there when that ball gets dinked up?
I think you can block the shot. It was a bit unlucky for Levy. He was with Van Dijk, was in the shot motion, but yeah, he was too wide right. For me, it's like K1 John. He played good. It's like it's okay matchup against Levy because he can outplay his good defense with his chip balls. But it's too much of them. He need also to make easy
show something
goals.
else.
Yeah, like to surprise him also. Play faster.
Yeah, for sure. When he recycled and went for the step over, that was a penalty. So most 100% right. And now he has 30 minutes left, which is a big mistake. This is a big mistake.
Again, the pressure is building here. In Berlin, the extra pass! Count him out at your peril. K1 John fires back into this game.
And just when I said I thought the game was over,
yeah,
2 goals. And not only that, Mo, you asked for something else. What a pass. And then he chose the right post as well.
Good vision here to see the player running at the left side, and then again a good decision from him. I love this mind game. He knew he moved the goalkeeper in the long post, man. I love that.
You can see Levy.
I think you could just tell, you know when you've made a mistake to lead to a goal. I think that you could just tell there from that reaction.
Yeah, especially because not only was a mistake in this instance, he was 4-2 up, and when he was building, he went for a pass to a striker which wasn't necessary really. Then K1 John went with the press, got the ball back, scored 3-4, now another mistake, 4-4. And Mo can tell us about these situations because he's been in this situation, World Championship, you are 4-2, now you're 4-4. And it's probably, it's the toughest moment for a competitor when you're this close to winning a match. For example, your match against Nicolas, but then in your instance in that extra time, you
To be honest, I was shocked when you're in head in the next round, you're thinking against who I play. When it's like 10 minutes ago, it was not similar to my play, but you need like 5-6 minutes now to
recompose and stuff.
And that's where I suppose the pauses come in so important as well. What is it, 90 seconds you get? Maybe even a minute, 2 minutes, just to get your head straight before you kick back off. Now all the momentum has fallen into K1 John's favour.
Yeah, and that was a brilliant goal, the equalizer. It was a ball rolling to a scoop turn, then it was a pass into a striker. He decided to pass it again, and then he chose the right post, so...
Ooh, what a mistake.
Jafonso extending his lead and booking his place into the quarter-finals. This was the goal that did it. Weghorst at the near post. Max has got 7 minutes left. You would imagine it's not enough. Chance on the edge of the box. It's green. And it's perfection from Levy. Jude Bellingham with it. And just what he needed. Something to dig him out.
Bellingham had so much space there in the background. I don't know where the CDBA is.
Yeah, I think Zidane.
Zidane,
was lacking there, maybe.
You see that as well in the audience. The Dutch fans sat right behind the Moroccans who are supporting K1 John there as well.
We're talking about pauses, we were talking about composure, we were talking about picking yourself up. 4-2, 4-4, next attack, 5-4. Mo, really?
Yeah, I remember how he lose the ball. He went give up his throw in with the elastico. So did mistakes like the second goal. He can't make it in a
That's true. I forgot about that. It was this Magiri spin.
Magiri spin, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's see the final moments here. Ooh. Jafonso, victorious earlier this season at the EMLS Championship, picking up the trophy and picking up the golden ticket into the FC Pro World Championships.
Man, he played dominant this game.
4-1 victory. It just wasn't Max's day. He had his time in the sun yesterday, beating Texan Abu Makar to send him into the knockouts, wherever only one player can go into the top 8, and it will be
nice.
New England Revolution and Lunar Galaxy star Jafonso. A great performance here, Grav. A lot of confidence as well that will be taken into tomorrow.
Not only qualifying to the top 8, but with the way he played. It was 4-1. He didn't really give Max any chances to win, and it was different goals. It was a power shot, it was corner. He had everything on the book.
Well, let's get back into it, because you can see Levy and Lorenzo having a drink right from kickoff. K1 John came up the other end, and he's found himself back into the game. 5-5.
And we were pointing fingers at Zinedine Zidane. That was a beautiful assist into a striker, into a beautiful goal. And that's the thing with the formations. Sometimes you're using Zidane as a midfield, which is not as strong defensively, but then when you go into the attack, obviously, you wander there. Inside the box, beautiful pass, 5-5.
And now, those final moments, you can see K1 John deep in thought there with King CJ's going through his substitutions and he's seeing what he wants to make. We're about to head into battle. It could be 30 more minutes of extra time needed.
Yeah, he can't celebrate too much because Levy will have the last attack. And it's not easy. The last attack Levy Deviert is like, he's the Iceman also.
He's clutch.
He's clutch, yeah.
He is clutch.
Well, who's going to clutch up when it matters most? A spot in the top 8 of the FC Pro World Championship Finals. He's playing for that last attack.
Good press.
We've got 3 additional minutes. It goes long after seeing the 3. Play lock into the Ruud Gullit. It's a good tackle from K1 John.
Counter-attack.
Gullit high up the pitch. It's playing
smart.
for the last attack.
It's smart.
Could he have gone though, Grav?
Mo, you would have gone for it.
I would go, but it's not smart. I would go 100%. But I lost some games because of it.
You're just seeing K1 John knocking this ball around. It's going to fall for him as the pink shirts fly forward. Antoine Griezmann is in a goal, and he places it to the bottom corner. K1 John. Africa will have 2 FC Pro World Championship quarter finalists. Egypt and the EMLS.
Wow! So you can see Griezmann crushing, going for the finesse, chose the right post, and the celebration from K1 John. Wow!
Man, what a dramatic lose for Levy Deviert. Was leading 2 times, 2 goals. Crazy comeback.
We have seen some unbelievable scenes here. It's full time. K1 John will take on, in a EMLS rematch, Jafonso for a spot in the top 4.
Wow. Wow, I'm speechless.
Unbelievable. I'm writing it down, because if I don't write it down, I don't believe it. This is unbelievable scenes. Mo, I've got to talk to you. What a game.
Yeah, I feel bad for Levy, man. He wasn't ahead, he was like in a top 8, but now he will be out. And what a nice win also. He will go sleep today, K1 John. Tomorrow he will play Jafonso and he will sleep better than ever.
Grav, before we move on as well, Jafonso, what a very professional performance from that young man.
I mean, if we go back 2 weeks in time, he won the Portuguese Cup finals. So he's playing amazingly at the moment. He has Armando behind him, probably one of the best coaches in the whole competition. And it seems like he's not only winning, he's winning convincingly. And K1 John, 4-2 down, 4-4, 5-4 down, 5-5, 6-5, last kick of the game. I mean, what can we expect? Maybe some revenge in that quarterfinal? I guess we'll see, but the scenes, wow.
The quarterfinals are set. This has been a day for the history books here in Berlin. For one final time, let's head on down to Casey with your winners.
Yes, I'm here with 2 EMLS superstars. I personally am so excited to have them here. Being from North America, they're representing us well. I'll start off here with Jafonso. Fantastic victory over Max. Very, very dominant there. How are you feeling because you're through to the top 8?
I'm feeling amazing. It was a tough match, but fortunately I win it. So yeah, I'm really happy and excited for tomorrow.
Now, we haven't spoken much about your coach, Armando, but I know you guys have a fantastic relationship. How important is it to have him in your corner at this stage?
Armando helps me a lot, but for me, it's really important outside the game. So it feels amazing have a person that you can trust 100%. So yeah, it's one of the responsibles for me being here.
Now, I know that this one might be a tough one. You're going to go up against K1 John again,
Yeah.
which you've seen him in the MLS. How is that one going to go, you think?
A tough match. In the MLS, I won 6-0, but at halftime was 1-0, so it was really close game. But tomorrow it will be impossible to not concede goals because John is really good attacking. So yeah, it will be a game with a lot of goals, but I hope I can win. So yeah, let's see.
All right, we will see. And K1 John, I mean, that one, my heart was going so fast. But talk to me about that last goal. How were you feeling?
You know, I've been waiting for like 2 or 3 years to have such a good feeling like this, to win like last minute and not against any player. Like I won against Levy. Everyone knows how good he is, and you know, everyone said like he will be top 3 in the world, and everyone said he probably win the World Cup because he's really good and he could do it. So you know, to be down by 2 goals was not easy to come back, especially like against someone like Levy. So it was crazy, special feeling for sure, and just want to give this game to my coach and my friend CJ. He was helping me so much this game. And yeah, that's it. I'll see you tomorrow. Jafonso is going to be a really, really tough game.
Now, John, last question for you. I was looking at the chat during that game, and you have a lot of fans back in North America. Do you have a message for them?
Yeah, of course. For the fans in North America, for the fans in Egypt, in Africa, Middle East, tomorrow I will give this win for you, and tomorrow I'm going for everything possible to bring the cup home, and I will make my country and my family proud of me.
You absolutely love to see it. Well, congratulations to you both, K1 John, Jafonso. You are through to the top 8, but let's go see what FG has to say about those matchups.
I'm speechless, Casey, to be honest with you. Ibra, we were just watching that, expecting the game to go to extra time, and K1 John went and did that.
I don't know, it's so crazy. I'm also shocked. Like, we all never expected that, like, the favorites, Levy, and Bachoore, got eliminated today. Like, also, like, the game of Levy in the extra time, it's just hard.
How are we going to call this tomorrow, Brandon Smith? Because you're going to be commentating on a lot of the games, and to be honest with you, everything I thought that was going to happen today didn't.
I think the plan tomorrow, FG, is if there's any predictions to come into, just forget them, leave them at the hotel, forget about it completely. I just want to say as well, very quickly, out of all the league partners in this FC Pro ecosystem, you've got 2 from the MLS that are still in here. Massive props to them. 2 from the play-ins, no Premier League, technically no virtual Bundesliga. I know Anders is in there, but he didn't get his ticket through that tournament. No La Liga, no E-League One. I mean, the big names, as Umit was telling me, they're being eliminated here.
Umit, I'm going to ask you about Anders right now because he's probably going to be practicing or something. I'm just wondering if you're going to be getting involved as his teammate, as his good friend. We saw celebrations directed at you from him today. How do you think he's going to do?
I think he's going to do really well. I know he's never practiced now. He just wants to chill. I think he's chilling, eating, and then sleep early. And tomorrow he will just practice like maybe 1 or 2 games. He's not the player who plays all day. But I think he's going to lift the trophy tomorrow.
I mean, we've seen some clips of some of the goals he scored, Ibra. I mean, he just does this every single time he plays, and the celebrations are what we live for.
Yeah, I mean, I can speak for all of us. We love the celebrations, even though it's like a little bit provocating, but it's entertaining, and I think we all love Anders for that. I mean, he's the only one who celebrates, so it's always entertaining to see Anders playing.
Brandon, what would your celebration be? Because you beat him in a penalty shootout.
The problem is, FG, I don't win. I don't win games enough to celebrate. So if I did beat Anders Vejrgang, though, it would just be, I think I'd just stand up and just shush him.
Right, okay, yeah. Well, that's just very toxic. Right, we'll move on and look at the bracket for tomorrow, shall we? The state of play for tomorrow, we are looking at these matches on the screen right now. And first up, that man we just mentioned, your teammate, Anders Vejrgang, is going against Hezers, who's a very attacking player. How do you see that one going?
I think it's not going to be easy for Anders, but I think Anders is clear the favorite in this matchup, and I think the favorite in this one will win.
Abu Makar against Sharif as well, Brandon. What a matchup that'll be, and what a day Sharif had.
Yeah, incredible. We heard as well that his team, Raja Athletic, was streaming that game to 16,000 Moroccan fans on their own channels. Wow. They are going to be so up for it tomorrow in the quarterfinal stages. I mean, look, what a game that one plans to be.
And then we've got the small matter of Emre Yilmaz against Yuval. Another absolutely huge game, Ibra.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a very hard game. I think Yuval is a player that is very under the radar so far, but did very great in this tournament. And I think Emre will not going to be an easy game for Emre tomorrow.
Oh, I don't think any game's going to be easy, and the next one is the two that we've just seen, and it's Jafonso and K1 John. How'd you call that one? Because they had an interview, and I like the way Casey asked them the question about the previous meetups. It was 6-0 last time, but that doesn't matter, does it?
You can answer that because we predicted all one game. Now you have to predict one game.
My prediction is it's going to be sensational tomorrow. I'm sitting fully on the fence. I've gone to the Casey side of life. Let's take a look at Sharif as well, shall we? And the stuff that he's done. Absolutely unbelievable, Brandon.
Absolutely. As we said, the first year that Moroccans have been eligible to play in this FC Pro ecosystem. And by God, I mean, what a game it was. Last minute drama as well for Sharif. And there has just been so much love on social media for him. I just spoke to him about 2 minutes ago. He said, every minute I'm checking my phone and I'm just gaining more and more and more followers. The Moroccans are loving him.
Sounds like an absolute dream. Let's head over then, shall we, to the analysis desk where our PS5 player of the day is going to get announced.
Yes, thank you very much, guys on the stage. I'm sweating because I've been up there, I've been down there, I've been over there, I've been everywhere today. But today has been unbelievable, hasn't it, Ryan?
You know what? Some of the last-minute goals, the upsets again, following on from yesterday, has been unbelievable.
Well, let's get into it. Let's have a look at our Sony PS5 player of the day. There was a lot to choose from. There was a lot of players, but you picked Yuval.
It has to be. I feel like he took out the reigning world champion in Manu Bachoore. It wasn't an easy game. This was his second goal. We tapped in earlier on when he was next to me. Ronaldinho, the dribbling in the box. This one, though, we'll be honest,
it's not great.
It's fortunate. It's very, very fortunate.
How impressed with you are of Yuval? Because for a long time it's been online player, can't do it online.
Yeah.
He's in the top 8 of an FC Pro World Championships.
It's an unbelievable accomplishment from him. As you said, online, he's sort of like the player's player in a way. You play against him in online tournaments and practice games. You see how good he is fundamentally and with the mechanics in the game. So it's good to see him perform in person at the biggest tournament.
Final question before I head back. Could he do it? Could he go all the way?
He'd have to
put you on the spot.
He'd have to overcome, obviously, to go there. I think Anders makes the final. That's what I'm saying. So he had to take over Anders. Can he do it? I don't know.
Well, we'll find out tomorrow. For one final time, let's head back to FG and the guys.
Thank you so much to Ryan Bachoore, and thank you, Mr. Richard Buckley, who's been doing the steps. Brandon, he's been getting the steps in just like you have. Right, let's get your final thoughts before the main event tomorrow.
I mean, first and foremost, I don't think we've seen a World Championship like this with the amount of shocks, the amount of surprises, but for those that are in there that are, in the nice way, more established names in this scene, like an Anders Vejrgang or an Abu Makka, more importantly, an Emre Yilmaz, they've got to look at that bracket and go, wow, what a chance there is. That's nothing against the other 5 players in there, but just going off what we've seen across the last few years, they've got to think, what a chance this is for me to be a world champion. But also, those other 5 players, why not? Keep dreaming, keep going. Who knows what can happen?
It's definitely a competition that could go in any direction. But I'll tell you what they will be doing, the final 2. Tomorrow, Ebru, we'll be playing in the gold pods. You're probably wondering why we haven't seen the gold pods yet, because it's reserved for the final 2. I think playing in the gold pods must just be such an unbelievable feeling anyway.
Yeah, I think it's crazy to play, but I think we have so many like experienced players like Anders or Emre. They know how to play on a stage like this. They even, like Emre, won the E-Champions League, and Anders didn't won a big trophy like this. He won the E-Euros, but yeah, I think, to be honest, Anders is gonna make it, not because he's my teammate, just because I think so many favorites are out, and I think this is Anders' tournament.
I think he's the overwhelming favorite. Do you agree on that?
I think definitely you also have to mention Emre. He's also really good. Abu Makka is also really good. But I think if you're just saying favorite, you'll have to go with Anders.
Well, guys, thank you so much for everything you've done today. We'll see you again tomorrow. Thank you to everyone else for watching. That was an incredible day of FC action, wasn't it? We started the week with 32 players, and now we're down to our final 8. Tomorrow is going to be sensational. You don't want to miss this. We will see you then, where 2 players will be in the gold pod and also taking home that trophy and the small matter of $250,000. Don't miss out. See you tomorrow.
One more pass will make all the difference! Mate, you know, I've got to come to you first and foremost. What's happened here from Levy Finn? Commiserations to Levy Finn. That is the end of his story for this FC 24 season.
The writing's been on the wall for a little while. As Abu Makka is turning on the style here. And Hossalu with an unbelievable touch. Strikes across goal!
I cannot believe what I have just seen. R9 on the finesse! Well, well, well! Another twist in the tail here in Berlin. It will be Emre Yilmaz that goes on through to the quarterfinal.